I'm in the wilderness right now, and just like alone with God, I feel like I'm on a 40-day journey and stuff. Right. Like this a long time, but I'm so glad to see one of my sisters getting through it and weathering the storm, and not only weathering the storm, but commanding the storm where to go and the direction to go in. Right. And I appreciate that, Keita, because I know you were going through it and still are, and Dawn, I love you. I love you to life. Y'all have helped me tremendously. So before I get all mushy and emotional, I just want to say thanks again. And Keita, keep doing what you're doing. You too. Stay positive and grow in grace, grow in knowledge, grow in wisdom, grow in God. Just keep growing. You are doing a wonderful job. And don't go to sleep, as Isis would say. Don't go to sleep, Keita.
Yeah, because Freddy Krueger will get your motherfucking ass. That's for sure. Gotta goddamn stay up, goddamn it. That shit. They all also keep cutting away illusions. There you go. Because, when I first got my Umin and Thumin songs, I had to be about 19 or 20, 21 or whatever. And I never quite understood the Umin and Thumin itself when it kept saying and keep cutting away illusions and stand apart from like-minded people. And the notion of strength does not apply in numbers, because I hear a lot of people use this, I'm by myself. And again, the notion of strength does not apply in numbers. Can you imagine having 50 motherfuckers with you going through the same shit? That's more chaos and confusion. Amen. So the notion of strength does not apply in numbers. And we feel like we just need a certain amount of people to just even, keep the caboose moving. And we don't need that either. No. And it's better to be alone. I ain't bullshitting you. Yeah. It's better to be alone than be by yourself. How about that? Amen. I don't know if Nadia, your hand is up. I'm not sure if it's the switchboard, but you want to make a comment?
Yes, I do. I know I love to talk, but I'm excited because I'm speaking among people that are teaching me things and can teach me things. So it's great to just be in here. But Keita, jumping on, yeah, I heard it and you speaking like, damn, like what they're saying. I don't know you personally, just from what I know of you, and I could say I see the same thing. I see growth. I see some strength. And I had made a comment today. I was like, well, shit, fuck. I said to Isis, I was like, well, Keita, shit, she got a job. She in a better predicament than me. Because I mean, being unemployed. And then I thought, and I had to sit back for a minute, like, well, what the fuck? You all fucking down and out because you ain't got a fucking job. What if you ain't have your fucking kids? You'll be just fucking dead in the grave. You'll just be completely gone. Because you're showing your weakness like something so minor that you can fix, that you have control of. You're not fixing. And I hope I'm getting it right, and I'm not saying anything and making it, because I know it's a touchy situation. But I'm just saying, from looking at your strength is like showing me that, damn, as strong as I think I am, I'm really not. And I need to really pick my fucking boots up and do what I need to do. Just saying it like that, and Isis and New York used to say something, and this is what I don't know if they forgot, but this is what I remember that they taught us. Admitting, accepting, and repenting is how you get past things and how you move on. And I see that, and I'm coming back to reality, like, seeing myself, like you said, seeing myself and seeing how I play a part in my fuck-ups and my wrongs and how my life goes down because of me, not because of other people, because I can't stay in my center. Like, when things go on, I can't be strong enough to just stay focused. I just wish-wash. And that strength in you, Keita, is helping me now, seeing it today, to be a stronger person.
Hey, man. Well, I mean, hey, all our lives, our tests, our own, we are mirror images for each other. Mm-hmm. We play a mirror image in each other's lives. Amen. And some of us movies, we just been there. And some of us movies, we like to just basically, just say, well, how come they just that in the third and I'm not? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But you're not unemployed. You do have a job. You just, the way that that society said it is, if you ain't clocking in at nobody's shit, then you ain't got a job. You are unemployed, and that's bullshit. And I had to go through that too, Nadia. And I told you, you and I pretty much are one and the same, because Hell, every job that I did get, it only lasted for 2 weeks. But I understood that I was anointed and appointed to do a job by kingdom's income, not by earth's income.
Amen.
I was actually anointed to do something other than clock in. Even though I enjoy working for motherfuckers, I don't know, that's just me. I really enjoy it. But they always let me go. As soon as I have fun, I go in that bitch happy. They be like, bitch, you fired. I just love working. I'll take anything, because to me, I just like to stay busy.
Right.
I do. And to me, it's an honor, but when you've been anointed, you may have another job to do, and you have to ask, what is your calling?
Yeah.
You might have to ask that, or go out and ask him to show you what you need to do. Provide your steps, order your steps in a way that you're able to see what his mission is so that you can continue to complete it and get it done. Because it's a little bit different, and the way that Keita acquired hers was he gave her that.
Amen.
The way her whole testimony is with that was he gave her that.
And that's really interesting that you said, and it's really, really funny that Matrix just got on, because I was getting ready to say something that he told me, right? That it really helped me. You know what I'm saying? And like you just took the thought, man. Like how you said, my testimony, he gave it to me. You know what I'm saying? And like, Matrix helped me with this, because it was like all these things I kept saying, like, and I want this, and I want that, and I want this. And, you know what he told me? He was like, look, what did you ask for of the Most High? And I said, the only thing I asked of him was to do his will, whatever his will is for me.
Right.
And then I had to, when I stepped back and heard what I said, I had to go back again and was like, whoa, Keita, that's where you got it twisted at. Because now everything is what you want. It's no longer what he wants for you. You're putting yourself even before the Most High now. Like, I want this, and I'm kicking and screaming, I want this, and I want that. And I forgot all about the whole mission for me. And my mission is whatever he wills for me, Keita, So when I went back and I started applying that, was like, the only person, the only, thing you should put your ultimate and extreme trust in is in the Most High, because I was looking to people, things, person, and places to feel something that technically I really found out, but maybe the last couple of weeks,
right,
that only the Most High can give me all of that. And I found the place of finally I got to balance. It's no more up and down for me.
Right.
I have this balance thing now, and I got that balance because I applied those 3 things.
Right.
So I'm fine. I'm really cool, and I see my growth, and I know that I can't fall into the trap of the feeling sorry for myself. Like, it's just certain shit I will not allow myself to do. And like I said, like with all of this right knowledge I have, like I would be a fool to fucking sit back and just let my life crumble. I would be real stupid to do that. And that's what I was doing, because I was like, damn, I know too much now, but then I know nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know nothing at all.
Right.
So, I'm better, and I'm getting it. I'm better. I'm better. I'm better.
That explosion, that DNA explosion. I don't know. Truth is truth. Your hand is up. Don't know if it's been up. So let me know. Your mic is open. You want to make a comment?
No, not right now.
Okay. You try to push 1 again or something, and maybe that'll take your hand off. New York, did you want to make a comment? Your hand is up too. I'm not sure if it's the switchboard. Just keep it.
Yeah, I just want to say this. Akita, keep growing, man. I'm so proud of you. I'm sitting here in my chair in my room, like with a big chesty cat smile on my face, and just hearing the growth, and also with Nadia. I mean, Nadia's my baby. She's always been like my little sister. I love her so much, and I'm so glad that she's even down there with y'all to get all of this right knowledge, to get all of this help. Dawn, you the bomb. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to have to reach out long distance every day. We have to do the view thing, but I can't wait to get down there so I could just get filled up. to come back to New York and just start knocking them out, one by one. But I'm just listening. I just hear even the maturity and the growth in so many of the listeners and the callers, even with Brenda. I really am so happy to hear. It just makes my heart really, really happy. That's it.
Well, thank you so much, New York, for going around the table and, giving us an evaluation. We definitely needed that. She just told me I'm the bomb. I'm ready to explode, goddamn. Shit. I'm ready to explode. Well, it ain't me, man. It ain't me, man. You got to thank the Most High, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Shit, man. I had a miracle worker work miracles on me. And I think that's the key thing, too. If you allow the miracle worker to just work that shit on you, you'll be a bad motherfucker. You'll be able to always achieve a positive outcome. Because, of course, motherfuckers look at my life when I used to tell it. Now I don't. But when I used to tell it, motherfuckers would be like, damn, you handling that shit real fucking well.
Yes.
Hey, nigga, I got a motherfucker in my life that helped me see shit.
Amen. Amen.
You're able to just, be able to rise above certain circumstances and shit. And I think Keita said it too, and I never told anybody this. I might have told certain people, but not y'all. Y'all hear me go back to 2006 a lot. But that was one of my shit, too. I stopped giving the praises.
Yeah.
I stopped that shit. Next thing I know, I was in the valley of humiliation. Like, what the fuck is you? This is some bullshit. I got caught up in the things of the material world that I was blessed with by way of the heavens.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I ain't bullshitting. And that was like the first thing I said, well, could it be the reason why I'm going through this shit now is because I forgot to give him praises. I was just jump in the Jag and be like, joyride this motherfucker, let me show this shit off. I got caught up real bad. I got caught up in forgetting that this is what he gave me.
Amen.
I did. I totally lost it. That was one of the things I said. Is it that I lost it? Is it because I'm in the valley of humiliation because I stopped giving you the praises? Only thing I didn't stop was doing my affirmation, but every day I would just give the praise. Every day, and all of a sudden I got comfortable because the more money started coming in, I forgot to even thank for the money, be thankful for the money. It was a lot of that little shit I was taking for granted because I know on my own accord I can do nothing. But that was my shit too, and I never said it.
Yeah.
But that was it. I was like, I think I know where I fucked up at.
Yeah.
I stopped fucking being in intercession with the one that was making this shit happen.
Amen.
That was the biggest boo-boo.
Yeah.
And I had to suffer, but I came out of it. I learned a lot. I learned what not to do in the new situation because once you be able to figure out where you went wrong at, then things start to correct itself instantly.
Yeah.
Like a fucking drop of a dime, it starts to correct itself. That's the beauty in the universe. They will, once you acknowledge your fault, your role in it, that shit start to clean up on its own. You ain't really got to do nothing. Nadia, you want to talk to me, sweetheart? You on?
Oh, I'm just here. I guess my hand is still up, but do y'all want to talk to me? The guy is fixing my car. He's sitting here talking about he's listening to the show, and I take it he's enjoying it because he's throwing his opinions, but he don't want to say nothing. I'm trying to get him to come on, so he can his wisdom off. But through shy, he was talking about self-reconstruction, saying when you want to change and things like that, how you have to. What you said the first step is, you gotta change your mind frame first. Your way of thinking, and then come on, we on the air. And then I think it's because I know the third one. So he said then you have to construct yourself, and the third step is moving on.
Amen. Moving on is definitely the key.
Amen.
Moving on, like nigga, that was like last week. Don't let that mind pull that file back out unless you need to correct it. But that's true. Moving on is the key. I'm with that. I agree. I agree with all three of those. But moving on, move on. Fuck that shit. You got time is too precious to be stuck on one scene in the movie when the day done changed.
Amen.
The time on the clock done changed. Your friends around you done died they had that day. This shit done changed. Change is constant. And speaking of change, though, Melchizedek says in the Uman Thuman book that fate, F-A-T-E, fate, also known as Qadar, Q-A-D-A-R, if I'm not mistaken. Fate changes as you change. Mm-hmm. Fate, F-A-T-E, evolves as you evolve. So your fate can change. If you're changing for what is considered the worst, so shall your fate be. If you're changing, because change is constant, remember. So you don't even know if you change, if that constant change took for the worse or took for the better, but that fate changes with you. People need to remember that. Fate, F-A-T-E, changes with you. So if most people are in a undesirable situation and where the outcome is governed by people or places or things outside of you and it's not in your favor, then something had happened to you. Because if you're having a good outcome or a positive outcome in situations, that's because fate is allowing it based on your change.
Amen.
So you got to remember that shit. You know, you should, again, faith evolves and changes as you evolve and change. And you can evolve into a lesser being, so shall your fate. Or you can evolve into a greater being, so shall your fate be, greater or lesser. It's all dependent on you.
That's right.
The self.
That's right.
Yeah, so, you know, instead of wondering why this is happening or why it had to be like this, the most important thing is to see yourself and figure, have I changed? Why is this outcome like this? Have I changed? Is it something that I did that I wasn't supposed to do?
Mm-hmm. You always got to go back and check yourself. You know what I mean? Like, right. You just always have to do that. You always have to think about, consider the things that you've done. You always have to consider the things that you've done, because if not, it's like, to me, that was a plus, something that I was proud, you know, and that I'm proud right now that I was able to do. Because, you know, a lot of people will go and live their whole lives in denial.
Right.
You know, and for me, it was like, I'm proud that I was able to come up out the denial shit that, like, this is all somebody else's fault. You know what I mean? Yes, we all played a role, and if I could see other people's role, I have to see my role. Right. I have to see my mistakes. It's not really even your mistakes. It's just in your destiny. Whatever you going through, whatever you done, that was how it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? But it was something from you. It's something that you had to learn from. Right. You know, but you know, when I say this is your life story, Keita. You know what I mean? This is your life story. Right. You could get paid for writing your life story, but we all have the same life stories. Like, nobody is going through anything different, you know? That's true. Nobody. That's true. You know, so it's just like that, like that self-evaluation. And I remember when I said, when I first met you and you kept on saying, you got to change your mind, baby. You got to change your mind first. You got to change your mind first. And that shit is very important and true. The moment I changed my mind, everything else was changing too. That's right. Everything. That's right, because change is constant. Everything. That's right. And Matrix in the chat room says, Don, how does your fate, F-A-T-E, change? And I've typed in based on your growth. It's based on your growth because, again, you can hinder your growth process. Matrix says, well, if the Most High has already planned your fate out, how can it change? Change, first of all, let's talk about the Most High, okay? The Most High, it's nothing, it's not a confirmation that it exists, but we know that the Most High is in you, right? Because because I really didn't want to go to the scriptures, but let's deal with the scriptures when it says our breath, breathed a breath, and man became a living soul. So that means that God is in you. The Most High is in you. And there are lesser gods and greater gods, thus making them the Most High, the greater, okay? But now we're dealing with fate, F-A-T-E. Now, if you know that there's something that's governing or controlling all of this, faith is outside of you. Let's consider faith is like your home, and you're in your home, inside as the human vessel in your home. If change is constant, of course, but if you are ignoring the facts
of the things that have to continue to get you to raise up your vibrations. And we are still physical beings on a physical so-called planet in the three-dimensional form of person, places, and things. And if we're not able to see the consequences before we act, that will change your fate. You will start, and especially if it's a consequence and you walk right in it, that is faith done change. Most people, my good brother Matrix, in any situation, they always want to say, why is this happening to me? You know, take people who have to go to court and people who are fined 7 years in prison. And the way I was able to understand that verse, Matrix, was because, with Keita's situation in court, and the judge said the children can be with the father for 18 years, right? Now, that was a faith, so to speak, outside of her, right? That was what will appear to be on the surface Keita's fate, not being with her children until they turn 18, or will be with somebody else until they turn 18. And I'm just pondering on that shit, like, how come this has happened? I had to figure out why did it change in that way? Why was the ruling happen? Because it's mental first and physical second. And the cosmos always has the first what? Move. Those are the laws of the universe. These are these things that were taught by Melchizedek in the flesh to us, ancient and mystic order of Melchizedek initiates, that the cosmos always has the first move. And again, also in the words of Melchizedek, is that fate changes as you change. So fate evolves as you evolve. So I'm sitting there pondering on this shit, striving to figure out, like, why? How did it happen this way for Keita? How did it happen for this way? Something had to happen. Fate changes, you change. And I remember going back to 1997 when there was a 17-and-a-half-year-old girl who is not like Keita, meaning who went through the school, shook Melchizedek's hand, read all the goddamn books, but decided to get on the plane to Jamaica, right? Every action is an equal opposite reaction, and to see the consequences before you act shows the mark of a profound person. Gets on the plane to Jamaica, was encouraged by other beings, human beings, that you will be fine. Traveling back from Jamaica to the United States of America to Atlanta Hartsfield Airport, carrying kilos of marijuana and goddamn kilos of fucking cocaine, okay, in her bag with her. So I go to court, she has a trial, and the judge says 7 years in jail. This is her 7 years. So I'm putting Keita's shit and my sister's other shit in this search situation April 24th last month. And I'm striving to figure out what happened. How come something outside of them, right, with her faith, it changed? Because she was a free woman until she made that decision. Because they could have just fined her probation or some shit. No offense. They had no previous offense. Or any of that. You're talking about a 17-and-a-half-year-old girl that was sentenced under the advice of people who she felt was a lot more wiser, and sent her back on that plane with that dope. So I said, so that's when that passage of Melchizedek, Uman, and Thuman says fate changes as you change, because homegirl changed. Right. Thus her fate didn't go out for the better for her. Right. At that moment. Right. But as, time goes by, she advanced. Right. In other words, she started to change again and evolve better. And thus she was given more and more greater outcomes for her faith, right, even during her sentence. So when I was pondering on all of that, April 24th, a day I'll never forget, and I understood, I said, something happened to Keita for that faith to turn out that way. Because the cosmos always has the first move, because it's mental first and then physical second. So that's what that means. Something had changed. Something had changed. Because it felt as if we was fighting a winning battle. We was going to win. But something has changed because the outcome had nothing to do with me. Keita's faith, F-A-T-E, had nothing to do with me. Even the sister that took that journey to Jamaica and came forward, it still had nothing to do with me, because I felt like, with all the praying and all of this, and I was saying, damn, Melchizedek, why you sentence that chick to 7 years like that? And she's a good person, she's a baby, she's a this. But it was something that had to be done by way of the cosmos having that first move. Because, again, our life is based on what we do. Mm-hmm. That's why it's mentioned in the Uman and Thuman book that you have to once you know right action, you have to let right action flow through you. Right? Okay. So he, what's the name? Matrix in the chat room said, Don, but didn't the Most High breathe life, faith, movement, spirit, etc. in you? Then isn't it already sealed? And no. Matrix also says, but I do understand what you're trying to say. I didn't try, I did it. He also says, for every action, there is a thank you, equal opposite, equal reaction, or there is a reaction. But your faith stays the same unless there's no, because see, you just lost it right there. Let me read it completely. Matrix says, for every action, there is a reaction. But your faith, F-A-T-E, stays the same unless there wasn't the Most High breathing in us, right? And the answer would be no, because again, change is constant. So your faith cannot stay the same either, because change is constant. And I know it's kind of a bit, confusing to some, but if you haven't really studied the laws of Melchizedek, it's kind of difficult to understand it based on a religious side and then the physical side, but then you have the cosmos side, because change is constant. So your faith will change. Faith changes as you changes. Everything is constant, Matrix. I hope it helps. New York, I don't know if you want to make a comment. The hand is up. Good. Switchboard.
No, I don't want to make a comment. I'm just listening. I think it's the switchboard.
Okay, but yeah, it stays up. Try to push 1 and see will it go off on your keypad. And Nadia, your hand is up. If you don't want to make a comment, try to push 1 and maybe it'll hang it up. For those who are just tuning in with us, how to achieve positive outcomes, 3 things that can be used in a situation. Consider the uses of adversity. Learn to find the humor in all things. 3, every action is an equal opposite reaction. We did add a 4th one. To see the consequences before you act shows the mark of a profound person. And again, faith changes as you change. 216, my girl, Segment the Ruler. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
We're doing our best. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I was just going to say I really didn't want to miss the show yesterday, but what I heard was really good. And, this is really a profound show today. So I'm just sitting and listening until I have something to say.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that with us. Stay on with us real quick. We got Matrix in the chat room. Give me a minute. Let me pull it up. The chat room is back working too, y'all, for those who want to get on. He says, Don, I know your faith changes. No, see, you're saying faith. I'm saying faith, F-A-T-E, F-A-T-E, faith. Faith is totally different from faith. That's why I kept spelling it. But the faith changing, I don't understand that one. Okay, I know your faith changes, but faith, no. Faith is something else. Faith is pretty much like destiny. It's like, you have in one mind, and on one hand, you're looking forward to go to the gas station. And on your way to the gas station, something happened. Something happened, and it changed it, and it changed. It rerouted you. You feel me what I'm saying, Matrix? If that helps. Faith is one thing, but faith is another. Faith is like, what the fuck is going on? Or faith is like, I think Nadia said it earlier, like, this is too good to be true. These are things that really you don't know. You just wake up and your life changes automatically. Again, like Keita, faith changes. It changed. It's 3 o'clock. It's time to pick the children up. We do this every day. All of a sudden, something happened. where now we don't. You see, that's faith, F-A-T-E. That shit changed. Like a cold. One day you're healthy. The next moment, how the fuck you get a flu? That's faith. That's something that you ain't writing in your life. That's something that, again, has happened because of change is constant. A little bit different. He said, explain the difference, please. Okay. Faith is one thing. Faith is like believing, okay? Faith is just that, believing. You have faith that your car is going to get you from one place to another. You have faith, and then there's the word faith, and then you have faithful, which is supposed to be full of faith, right? But most people want other people outside of them to be faithful, to be full of faith. Faith is having a way of life of knowing that this is what works for you. Whatever your faith is, it's supposed to work for you, right? You can have faith in your boss, knowing that regardless of what you do, that nigga won't fire you, But faith is that, But faith, F-A-T-E, is some shit you don't even expect, It could change for the better or for the worse because based off of you, every action, there's an equal opposite reaction.
What goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby. What goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby. I say what goes around comes back around. Hey, my baby. What goes around.
Mystical teacher sat by the seaside. It was about 5 o'clock because we heard the free ride. Anyway, the teacher was talking in stride, sitting upon a rock that was wide and warning against false pride. Come to where I reside, a woman cried, and the teacher replied, do you serve your fish fried? Yes, she replied, with potato salad on the side. And the teacher replied, well, where do you reside? She said, up on the hillside, it's not a far ride. If you came to have dinner, I would be so gratified. The teacher replied, it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you decide. She replied, 7 o'clock, do you like stir fry? She was mystified and felt so dignified. The teacher was coming to the house where she resides, so she purified with pesticides, calling her friends up nationwide. Some of her friends were tongue-tied. They felt so glorified. She made steamed fish, baked fish, fish that was fried, soup, steamed vegetables, potato salad on the side. You could smell the bread in the oven far and wide. Natural juices and water purified. Organic fruits brought from the countryside. With silver forks and knives placed side by side. You could not be dissatisfied. Looking out the window, staring at the mountainside, you would have died. 6:59, she's swollen with pride. As the moment intensified, there's a knock from outside. She opens the door, for the teacher has arrived. But to her surprise, it was a bomb who cried, please, I smelt the bread from outside. One piece. And then she replied, the teacher is coming. He's soon to have arrived. You're making me look bad. Come on now, step aside. The bomb then replied, when I say I'm hungry, I haven't lied. Give me some of that chicken that you just fried. She replied, chicken fried? No, that's for the teacher. You're not purified. Then she slammed the door and went back inside. Sat on the couch with the TV guide. She looked at the clock. It was 7:09, then 7:30. He still hasn't arrived. 8 o'clock, she was on the downside. 9 o'clock, by now she's teary-eyed. She pissed off and her anger multiplied. She cried, then fell asleep dissatisfied. Next day, she woke up and was preoccupied with meeting the mystical teacher who lied. Where could he hide? She ran down by the seaside. He was there teaching about false pride. You lied, she replied. You lied. You said you would be there at 7 o'clock. You lied. He replied, no, I have not lied. I came at 6:59 and you told me to move aside. I asked for bread and chicken that was fried, and you said that I wasn't purified. She replied, I wasn't notified. I had no idea that you was the bomb that cried. And the teacher sighed, then replied, this concludes our lesson on false pride.
We'll unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Dawn Nicoleone Show.
Oh, yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. The moment that you've been waiting for. The one that you've been waiting to hear. The one that caused the cause that caused the effect. Put your hands together for the baddest bitch in El Cologne. Y'all, Nicoleone.
Cologne. I'm in the love of the all, and all love is in me. I am a part of the all, and the all is a part of me. I am one with the all, and the all is one with me. I can succeed as a part of the all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in the all as long as my wish is to stay in the all. I'm never alone. The all is, I am. The all can, I can. The all does, I do. Cologne.
What up, everybody? Welcome to the Don Nicoleone Show, man. Yeah, we got a late start. No, the show started early. It started at 12. Special shout out to NEFERTITI surviving the game, man. That was a very old clip. Wow, my voice sounds so damn different. Nef actually played it because it was going to be a reloaded show. Well, I told her to play a full reloaded show. Just in case, God damn it, I don't make it home tonight, but I'll make it up to you. Okay, I know. Give me a second. Y'all hear the reverb because of the YouTube was scrolling. Okay, y'all don't hear it no more, right? Y'all good? Great day, everybody, tuning in to the Don Nicoleone Show, though. Special shout-out to everybody on the call lines. Hope all is well with you. Much blessings, prosperity, protection, and health to you and yours. The call-in number, if you need it, is 425-569-5274. That'll get you in the game. That'll get you right on in there, baby, man. Got to show some love to everybody over there in the after party. Great day. After party, that's our 24-hour voice-activated chat room on paltalk.com. Type in the search, the after party. You'll find us there 24 hours. All day, every day. You can find us in the A, baby. Special shout-out to Baruch L in the building. Great day to you, baby. Biggie D. What's up with your C9? Him in the building, Ethereum forever. One time for my lady, Miss Hudson. Great day, babe. The vulture goddess herself, Nick Bent, is in the building. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Oh, Lord, my bad. Great day, Nick Bent. Self got it. What up, bro? How you doing today, baby? One time for Sister Zena, Sister X in the building. Sweet old Shoes, J1. Everybody over there, man. Show some love over there in that after party. Okay, hold on. Let me take my ass over there to Cellmates, man. Lockdown Radio again. We actually stream into YouTube channel. Lockdown Radio again. One time for my man Quincy Thomas in the building. QT, great day. Young Taekwondo. What's good with y'all, man? I got a lot of stuff, but I just don't know. My computer is slow as fuck. I don't feel like getting up to the other computer. But we're going to get, I'm going to do the, I don't want to forget the Fauci dossier. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit, Fauci done pop back up. Just the computer finally scrolled. Fauci in the building. Fauci says, we're not done yet, motherfuckers. More vaccines are needed. Fauci back in the building, man. I thought he was in witness protection. Yeah, Fauci said, we ain't done yet. I'm going to give it to you. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Okay, here we go. They all popping back up. You should have known it. With, what's your boy name? That nigga said, we ain't done yet. We here. We still in this bitch. We ain't finished with you fucking mortals. White House Health Director, Dr. Anthony Fauci, said Americans would need more vaccines. And this is a day what? A day after who? A day after veterinarian CEO, Pfizer, Albert Bourla, said the fourth booster is necessary, motherfuckers. In a CNBC interview on Tuesday, Fauci was asked how many more mRNA injections will be needed. Fauci said, we don't know. It is likely that we're done. Nope, he says, we don't know. It is likely that we're not done with this when it comes to vaccines. No shit, Fauci. He says that before adding that people are still dying from COVID. According to CNBC, the U.S. is still recording more than 1,200 deaths per day from the coronavirus. But most cities and states have ended COVID restrictions. Everybody wants to return to normal. Everybody wants to put the virus behind us in the rearview mirror, which is, I think, what we should aspire to, says Fauci. On Sunday, which I already told you, Pfizer CEO Albert, a licensed veterinarian, told NBC, meet the press, the fourth booster shot is necessary right now for what you heard. Okay? Let me see. Moderna, Stefan, CEO of Moderna, also said last week, they back on the topic, man, that a fourth vaccine booster is in the works. That's Moderna. Pfizer hopes to submit data, I told y'all about that, to the FDA on vaccines for children under 5 years old by next month. They ready to shoot up infants and toddlers as early as May. What month are we in? March, okay. They just know people just gonna be throwing their babies at them, huh? Oh yeah, we ready to shoot up babies under 5, infants and toddlers. Like we ready. Like I mean, they just know that the masses gonna be right in line with their babies, just sacrificing the hell out them little motherfuckers. They know that shit. They motherfuckers ain't got no toddlers, no infants, want yours and shit. Okay, they just know they gonna get some pussy. They know they gonna get some pussy. God damn, they know they gonna get some pussy. Very confident ass motherfuckers, man. They must have got a crystal ball to know that shit. Yeah, they know that shit. You already know these fucking masses. You got them sleep, baby. So that's Fauci. But like I said, man, Don Nicoleone want to give a little bit of this Fauci dossier and Gabbana, and I'm gonna give it to you if this computer scrolls. I'm gonna give y'all this Fauci shit. The next chapter of the dossier. I gave it to y'all last strong, like just a little something. I think it dealt with damn, it's a lot going on at the same time. Psychic driving works all day, don't it, newbie? Ha ha ha! Seems like you've been brushing up on your. Seems like you know a little something around here, psychic. Who taught you psychic driving, nigga? Okay, hold up, man. Damn, can I please get a goddamn look? I gotta. Let me see. Damn, sure don't feel like going to the other computer. Bear with a player. All right, here's something else for y'all. I'm stalling. Give me a second. Let me take a sip. All right, so boy, y'all better be glad y'all goddamn are some non-conformance around this bitch. I tell you that much. It's important. All right, here's an update on Jesse Smollett real quick. They done moved him out of the psychic ward. He was in the psych ward. So he out of that bitch. He should actually stay in that motherfucker. It's probably a hell of a lot more cozy and comfy in that bitch. But yeah, they this is, what's this, day 5? It's day 5. Okay, nigga, you doing good. You got 145 more days. This nigga got 145 more days, man. This bitch. What else, Sweeto Shoon? Okay. Oh, time out. Are you fucking kidding me? All right, fine. Fuck it. Go to the other computer. Oh, shit. I do got something I want y'all to see. Yeah, I got to go to this computer anyway because I got to show y'all a video real quick. All right, check this out real quick while I'm able to get into them Fauci files. All right, here we go. How many? Oh, damn it. It's just 20 seconds. It's a real quick clip, but I want y'all to hear this Caucasian, man. Since y'all don't really be knowing shit, y'all just wake up every day, oblivious to who the fuck. Did I say oblivious? Oblivious to who you are and what you really are. Listen to this. I want y'all to hear this, okay? Let me delete some things. Remove. All right, here you go. Let me get the video ready for y'all. There it is. Just 20 seconds, okay? It's going to go by fast, but I'm going to play it over and over again until you get it. You already know how it go, right? All right, let me give y'all some camera action over there in the after party. All right, here we go. Check this out. Let me
Right. It's so unbelievable, George.
Listen. Melanin is used in computer chips.
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule. Melanin.
Y'all heard that shit? You want me to do it again? If I can find the full video of
pigment,
it, it'd be great.
Right, is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule. Melanin.
Did it just stop? Oh, fuck. See, it's just 20 seconds. Wait, I'm trying to
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule. Melanin.
God damn, I wish I could just have this shit on repeat.
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule. Melanin.
Wow. Where they getting it from?
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George.
Oh. Okay, he's talking about the melanin pigment, boys and girls. I need somebody to find the full shit. Somebody type it in. Melanin is used in computer chips. I don't know who the guy is though, but that nigga said pigment. I was thinking more of neuromelanin. Sweet Oshun, until I had to look at him again because I'm trying to pull up this Fauci dossier. But look, this nigga said pigment, nigga. Y'all niggas got that. Y'all niggas got pigment melanin, man. Y'all, this I'm thinking no, because you know there's so many different types of fucking melanin. So I was not thinking this motherfucker was talking about some goddamn fucking pigment melanin. That's niggas. That's Negroes.
They use it in computer chips now.
Let me wind this shit back.
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule. Melanin.
37 seconds. That's 37 seconds, newbie. The video I got is 20 seconds. Okay, we can go a little longer on this molecule. One then.
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule. Melanin pigment, right,
Oh, he got
so
it on
unbelievable.
Damn. Where they get melanin from? Where they get melanin pigment from? How the fuck they able to put that shit in goddamn microchips, computer chips? What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? Now, okay, fuck this. Let's take it slow. Come on. I know it's early. It's Tuesday. I didn't even want to show up today. I stayed in bed, tired than a motherfucker. I'm fatigued and shit. But I need everybody's brain working. I need mine motherfucking working on this shit. Let's bypass the melanin. Let's bypass the melanin part. And let's hear this electron new. Because let me tell you something. That shit in the Holy Tablets, motherfucker. Chapter 10. Give me 1 second. Let me open up Newbie mic. Newbie, give me a mic check, baby.
Hotep, Don. How you doing?
Shit, I'm doing, baby. How about yourself?
I'm doing my best. I'm a little relaxed right now. Not as energetic, but I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, man, there's something going on, man. Like, yo,
there
I'm tired as
Don.
fuck.
There definitely
I wasn't even gonna show up today, man. Shit, man. Fuck.
You gotta put in the work.
Huh?
You gotta put in the work.
Only reason why I end up getting out the bed, man, because Tierra and Warrior called. Oh, I was on the phone with their ass while I'm laid up in the bed and shit, tired as fuck. Next thing I know, they got to arguing. That shit made me get up. I said, let me hang up with you, motherfucker. I can argue with motherfuckers on my show. So listen to y'all two motherfuckers. That shit gave me energy listening to them motherfuckers. You bitch, what? You the fucking bitch, stupid bitch. Bitch, you need to get your game up, bitch. Like, I was like, yo, let me get my game up, get my ass up out this fucking bed. I swear, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
I felt the same today.
Huh?
I said I felt the same today.
So, are you working out or something? Like, is it planetarian? Or do you think it's planetarian? Or is it just?
I think I overdid it yesterday.
I did too. What'd you do yesterday?
I ran a lot yesterday. I ran for like almost 3 hours.
Yeah. I did 2 hours. I did 2 hours and some change yesterday running.
That is
and
it.
And I also lifted like 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 pounds yesterday too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did a lot of fucking. Whew. So the body needs rest like a motherfucker after that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of water, a lot of rest and shit. Because, you know, we basically put our body in fatigue.
That's the only way, Doc. Full fatigue.
Well, I'm learning about that. I ain't know. Because, you know, they got it saying that, you know, like some of the, you know, the good guys in the white coats, you know, them commercials be like, are you fatigued? Are you antisocial? You know, so they make it seem like fatigue is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? What it is, if you ain't literally put your body in fatigue, right? Like exercising. Like you got to hit that fatigue. Yeah. You
got to get it to muscle failure, basically, yes.
Yeah, I'm learning that. Thomas is teaching me that. That's what this program I'm taking. And the bitch was like, that shit you just said. What'd you say about the muscle again?
Muscle failure.
That's what that bitch said. She said, I'm about to put y'all goddamn ass in muscle failure and your body gonna be fatigued and a motherfucker. Let's go. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's some evil ass shit. So yeah, I'm learning that. I didn't know anything about it. This is my first time doing strength training, weight training, all this other type of shit. That's amazing. So yeah. So okay. So it ain't planetary, it's just some shit that we did.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because, boy, it be like that. It was like that for Saturday for my ass, too. You know what I'm saying? That's why the L's Holy Tablet show wasn't going to be an L's Holy Tablet show, man. I was goddamn, poof. Body, boy. Then we old as fuck trying to do this shit, nigga. You feel me?
Somebody's got to do it, right?
We old than a motherfucker trying to pull off this shit, man. Trying to goddamn get a healthy, young-ass body and shit. Okay, let me check on 717 and then I'll play the video. But I need this doctor. I need whatever he was talking on show though. 717-609. Did you mean to put you on the Don Nicoleone show?
Yes. This is the actor Nick Nolte. I was in the movie 48 Hours with Eddie Murphy in 1982. I wanted to say happy St. Patty's Day. And I love this show. It's a great show.
Thank you, baby. It's good to hear from you, Nick Nolte. You also played in Predator, too, didn't you? Did you play in Predator?
That was Gary Busey.
My bad, Gary. Yeah, I like Gary better than Nick Nolte. My bad, Gary Busey. Yeah, my bad. Could you get Gary Busey on the line? Because I don't really fuck with Nick Nolte like that, but Gary Wild as fuck. All right, let's move on. All right, y'all. Had a little short intermission. Motherfuckers, man.
You should check them, Don. I guess if you're going to be an impersonator, you should be able to impersonate whoever you're asked to impersonate, huh?
Yeah.
You need to work on his game.
But hey, but he knew that shit though. He was like, that Gary Busey. That's right. I like Gary Busey. I like that motherfucker. That nigga there is fucked up. He got busted in the head. His brain is fucked up.
Oh,
and he was on one of them reality shows
out.
And shit.
Straight strung out.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hollywood will do it to you.
If you let them.
People can survive Hollywood, man. All right, one more time for this, and then you tell me what you got. Okay, listen one more time.
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible
ability to transfer electrical energy, right? Is that what he said?
Yep.
Let me get the cap. Why is this caption so fucking small? They hating on the player. You see how small my caption
ability
is?
to hold on to and transduce. Incredible ability. It has energy. It has an ability to, George. So, right. Pigment, right. Is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible.
The ability to transduce electrical energy. They getting high off niggas. He sound like he's fascinated with Negroes. Melanin.
You see him, right?
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, can you imagine?
Because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons.
Melanite. What's different from melanin and melanite?
Well, melanated people.
Same molecule.
Well, that's
melanin.
The only ones that got it is, that's why he said pigment. Melanin pigment. You already know. Yeah. You think the average Negro know about melanin pigment?
In these days, before I met Dr. York.
Yeah, before I met Dr. York, I knew nothing of melanin.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. 100%.
But I guess it don't make sense though, cause shit, like from 11 on back to 0 years old and shit, motherfucker, I knew nothing of melanin.
Same here, guys.
Motherfucker, I knew that shit there.
Same here.
But I didn't care though. It wasn't like, okay, all right, interesting.
Well,
I didn't make that a doctrine.
That's because we always thought it was only referred to our skin. But when the ET that we know told us that there was all types of melanin, neuromelanin, melanin in our organs, then, that's when I made the transition, I guess.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it was more than that. But then kind of find out, speed it up, some 20-something goddamn year later, we looking at this video, this motherfucker says melanin is used in computer chips. Pigment. That means all the non-white motherfuckers. That's what that means. All non-pale motherfuckers who lack melanin, pigment. So where they getting it from?
This is straight out of the tabs, Don.
You're right.
Straight out of the tabs.
They had them tabs longer than we had. Yeah, they had it longer than we had and knew more about melanin. Transduce electrical
Melanin pigment, right, is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this?
What the fuck is transduce? Produce, reduce, transduce. What the fuck is transduce?
Change.
Oh, that's why they call them transgender.
There you go.
Damn, no, I learned something new. I didn't even know that. So a transmission changed mission.
Yep.
I'm a transmission then. Oh, like a transformer. It changed former.
It converts it, yeah. It's converted.
Like transportation.
There you go. Takes you from one place to the next.
It changes. Late electronic energy and photons. What?
But guess what, though?
What?
He is so late in the game because if you look at any chip from day one in a calculator, what color is a chip?
I don't know, black.
Yep. So all along they knew it, but now all of a sudden he's uncovering or discovering or whatever you want to put it as.
But I didn't fucking know that shit though. So no,
I didn't know it either.
Okay, then. So melanin is used in computer chips, and melanin pigment, motherfucker. Shit, we just got to make sure we say pigment with that. The fuck? How did they figure that out? How did they know to use melanin pigment?
Somebody knew from jump.
Wow. Wow. And where they getting it from?
ETs, come on. They definitely aren't that smart.
I mean, like, where are they getting the melanin from? Not that the information about melanin pigment, but how they getting people melanin?
That's a great question. That's what
I'm asking. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Damn, it makes sense because now that I think about it, if you think about the sun, right? You look at the sun. C.I.A said all the celebrity kids or Bill Gates in Africa. Yeah. All the dumbites, all the dumb Negroes around the world. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true. And now it makes sense as far as that because, you have solar panels, right? You hear me? You have solar panels. And what are solar panels? I mean, how does it work? How does solar panel work? How does it work?
Well, it harnesses. It's basically like plants. It takes the solar energy and transfers it into electrical energy.
And where does solar energy come from?
The sun.
Exactly. And who are the children of the sun? Who are the children of the sun?
Melanated people.
And melanated people have sun, heat, genes.
Correct.
We are a walking solar being. We're walking solar. Because he said electrical, right?
Yep.
We are electric. The electrified one. That's damn duh, Don. Yeshua said it. The C.I.A. files. The Cole Intel Pro said the electrified ones. We have to kill the Messiah, the one who has the power to unify and electrify. They knew it was the Negroes. It was telling you right there, electricity. We are the elect, not the elite, but the elect, electrified. We emit electricity. Children of the light, of the solar, of the sun, indigo. So it makes sense. Sun heat genes. We are the only ones that occupy the sun heat genes in our body. Damn it. God damn, that's some scary
energy and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule. Photonic energy and photons.
Hold up. It has this incredible ability. Let me take it back right before he said
Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons, photonic energy. It's a fascinating molecule. Melanin pigment, right?
Right.
Is so unbelievable, George. They use it in computer chips now because it has an ability to transduce electrical energy. Can you imagine this? It has this incredible ability to hold on to and transduce and manipulate electrons, electronic energy, and photons. Same molecule.
Damn. That's why first thing the vet said, this is why they jealous of us. That's the first thing she said when she heard that. This is why they jealous. That's why they jealous. Like, oh my God, why do they always get the best? Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
But notice, nobody got any credit yet for that. You're just saying
any credit
melanin
for what?
and pigment. Where they get the melanin from?
Well, See, now I said, you know, and that's interesting because probably from my blood. Probably from my blood. They centrifuge the blood. Did I just make that word up? Yeah, I made it up. Trust me. They centrifuge the blood.
No, centrifuge is definitely a process.
Yeah, they centrifuge the blood.
Centrifugal and centripetal. Definitely.
Yeah.
Those are processes.
Yeah. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. Niggas give blood all the fucking time, man. The moment you go in the hospital, you know, the moment women go to doctors, they always want the blood. I was just checking my blood for it. They lie and say we checking it. They just be like, I got to get some blood from you. And what you going to do with it, bitch? What you going to do with this motherfucking blood, bitch? What up, Hill? What you got? So does the shot at the bar counteract the melanin, making the sun harmful to us?
Who's got the guts to do that study?
Well, I'm going to tell you. In the holy tablets, when this shit first jumped off, this is why they snatched down Nicoleone Radio. Holy tablets, chapter 10, baby. That new light, the magnetic the magnetic grid in the brain cavity, and he go into the melanin in there, and that is to intercept all them shots at the bar and shit people are drinking. It intercepts. Because, you know, the last thing it says, newbie, in chapter 10, the human beast chapter, in verse 145, I can't remember the page. I can't never remember the page. But it's verse 145. But the last thing it says, and then he jumps into something else. He says, this is so you won't be mentally enslaved. So from 145, verse 145, all the way to this is so that you won't be mentally enslaved. In between all of that, it speaks about your biology and what has to be done and how your body will be able to adapt to any environment, and you will inherit a fifth circulatory system. All that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then, and how you go from proton, electron to proton to electron, proton, electron. The whole change. And so Don said it, and YouTube snatched the whole page, terminated the whole page, and said, this is what they're trying to intercept. That was the, you know, this is them, you know, drinking, sitting in the high chair or a booster seat and all of that. And that's why they were so concerned about getting, you know, publicly concerned that they need to knock on black people's doors and get them to fucking get the shit. So they started having boots on the ground going into black people neighborhoods, shooting them up right there on their porch. That's what they were doing. Because it scared me. Anytime they mention, you know, we need to get black people, that's some scary ass shit. The fuck? Why, you know, you ain't saying shit about Amish. You ain't saying shit about them Jews. You ain't saying nothing about the goddamn Chinese motherfuckers around this bitch. You always interested in black people doing, you know, coming and knocking on their goddamn doors and shit. But that chapter, that tablet, and the verse starting at 145, it explains it, and that's what they're trying to intercept. That transformation happening for all Nubians, because then you won't be, at the end he says, you won't be mentally enslaved. This is so that you won't be mentally enslaved. So first he goes into the brain, the magnetic grid, and the electromagnetism that you possess. And you're about to be transformed to a whole light being. And that's what they intercepted on Negroes right now. I mean, yesterday and the day before. And I knew I said the right fucking thing, because that's when YouTube just said, fuck you, terminated the whole goddamn page. The moment I opened up that damn holy tablets, tied it right on in. In the way. You in the way, bitch. Yeah, so it didn't even matter the mentality, newbie, whether a Negro is addicted to drugs, whether a Negro is a prostitute, whether a Negro is stupid as fuck. When that new that new electromagnetic light comes into this atmosphere, it ignites all melanated children, melanated people. Don't matter your background. Wake your ass the fuck up. But this puts you back to sleep. You know what I'm saying? All that drinking shots and shit puts you back to sleep, and that's their interception. They hate you. I ain't gonna say they hate you. I'm gonna say it this way. They want to continue to enslave you and your infants and your unborn. They're going after the genes, and you can tell it's right there in your face. Shit is mRNA. So, goddamn, they're going after your genetics. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep you enslaved, and they want you to keep breeding dead babies, Negro babies, Negro. The word Negro is inside the word ignorant. It's an anagram. It's in the word Negro is in the word ignorant. Yeah. So they can constantly rule. They cannot rule if their time is up, right? If their time is up, let's just pretend for a minute. If their time is up, their ruling time, right, is up, right? Come on. Do you honestly think that they want their time to be up? So they have to find a way to enslave the mind. It ain't about the body. Once they got the mind, they got the body, right? And of course, the way through the mind, the way to enslave the mind is to go through the body upstairs, which is the brain.
But aren't they fighting the inevitable, though? I mean, they'll get an extension, I guess, but at most, that's what can happen. It's inevitable.
Well, I don't know about the inevitable part, but if I found the way to intercept the proton electron from happening to melanated people, I would do my damnedest to make sure and find a way to get them to not make that transformation so they won't be under mind control. That'd be the end. You understand? I mean, I think like the diabolical motherfucker. So I would intercept that shit. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. And they keep wanting to altering, you know, they prefer to alter revelations, things that will shortly come to pass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's their mission.
My question is, isn't there always going to be an opposing force?
Well, if you go into the sacred wisdom of Tahuti, you'll find out that there's really no opposing force. They're on the same pole. They're the same. Hot and cold is the same, just different degrees.
So then what's going to happen is going to happen then.
If we trickle it down to a single individual, rather a demonic, you know, group of entities that want to control everybody. But if we take it down and just narrowly, let's say you and I, right, in a relationship, okay? You had me so mind fucked that I wake up for 12 seconds and leave. Your mission is to come back and grab me, come back and get me back. Yes or no? And to say anything that triggers basically psychic driving, to apologize. How many times have they apologized, y'all? And they still get you. Once you accept their apology, they still slaughter the shit out of you, still neglect you, still deprive you. It's niggas still to this day yelling that they want to be loved by this cracker. Still to this day. You know what I'm saying? I saw a post on Facebook yesterday, and it was about some old sick-ass white man or a group of white motherfuckers. But the nigga wrote the description under the post, and the motherfucker said, see, they don't care about us. They don't love us. So you got these motherfuckers still want to be loved by these motherfuckers. The reason why I would leave you is because I feel that I'm not loved. If you chase me down and get me back, you will promise me you would do better. And now I'm back. All you got to do is say you're sorry. So if we trickle down to just average life, the mentality, you know what I'm saying? And then another thing now, I mean, newbie, it can't be that whatever word you said, the word, like, they're gonna lose, like whatever word you gave me. You know what I'm saying? Inevitable, right? Well, interesting enough, when we just read the tablets, newbie, and I think you read that chapter Saturday, when it speaks about in what of Nakash, remember that? In what of Nakash? If you pull that shit up right now and read that in what of Nakash part, all about Nakash, you will hear it, you will see it. So it's not that there is no inevitable, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker can keep going. As long as Negroes are producing slaves for Nakash, then that shit can continue to go. You're not producing a slave of your own flesh of your flesh, bone of your bone, blood of your blood. You are producing slaves for this motherfucker.
But Don, when I said inevitable, I meant that, there is a time where things are going to change. It's inevitable.
Well, change is constant anyway, but that doesn't mean, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean when you're saying change, that doesn't mean it's going to work out for the melanated children and their children and their children.
Well, we all know that.
I mean, this has been going on for a long time.
Yes, agreed.
Right, and so as long as we're breeding slaves for this motherfucker, he gets an extension of time. He gonna always be in power to keep tainting or dumbing or taking our intellectual properties out of our bodies. He done created a whole nother type of gene in the Nubian race. You know what I'm saying? A new heritage that we inherit from our mothers and fathers, and what your children gonna inherit from you, and what their children gonna inherit from you and them, your children. He done changed everything. You know what I'm saying? Now motherfuckers is saying obesity run. Now niggas saying obesity run in their family. Now niggas saying alcohol runs in their family. Cancer runs in their family. Whole bunch of shit. Because this motherfucker has changed the genes, the genetic coding, and introduced the mRNA, you know what I'm saying, which is the messenger. It's encoded, decoded, uncoded RNA, going in that bitch and altering that, creating new messages, implementing a whole new message, like I deliver you, I write a letter to you, and I put it in an envelope, and the mailman takes it, opens up the letter, the envelope, takes the letter out, trashes it, and writes something the fuck else and put it back in the envelope and send it to your ass, and you gonna believe that's the message. They're altering the DNA. And we know that this ain't the first time in our lifetime that DNA has been altered, because they got it from the reptilians. And who hates you more than the white man? Which race of motherfucking beings looks at us that we are in their way? The reptilians taught them motherfuckers, gave them that shit. The reptilians. I hate to say it, like, you know what I'm saying, like this some wild ass fucking sci-fi ass shit, but the reptilians gave them all this fucking technology to go after us. The information of genetic altering, gene altering. Best way to do it. And how do you change your genes? By behavior. You know what I'm saying? Behavior, which is why they hire so many psychologists. Psychology is the study of behavior. Trying to figure us the fuck out. And then how to what? Go in and interrupt it. That's why the drugs was in the neighborhoods, in our neighborhoods. The poison, all this type of shit. Everything. And then start to study that. It was a whole file that I read about how they went after the black fucking American communities. The black communities, and started studying them, and then implemented these drugs and testing and all types of shit on us. That is to alter the genes. How are genes altered? That's why a lot of our parents say, I've never did the shit you've done. I wasn't acting like that when I was 12. When I was 16, I never did no sick shit like that. Our parents too, looking at us like, what the fuck is this shit? They would say that. It's genetic. Genes are nothing more than information, right? Sweet Oshun? They altered the information. We have misinformation in our genes now. Created words called social behavior and shit. What you do prior to conception, right? Prior to conception and inception is conveyed over, the information conveyed over in the genes. The moment you do something prior to conception, that child inherits it. Amazing, right? Gets that information. I'm telling you, man, they this is the best way they can get their extension. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these niggas wake the fuck up. I strongly believe that the whole mass hypnosis shit, because this was a time coming, by the time the 60s, niggas was waking up on identity. They had an identity. That shit jumped off in 50s. That mass mind control eventually hit our neighborhoods. Niggas was waking up in identity, yes or no? Like, yo, go back to the 60s. Niggas was waking up, man. By the time the 70s hit, niggas knew who they are. They started coming up with groups called Star Children, R&B groups. Then they not making songs about Atlantis and shit. Think about it. Look at the music then, because it was an awakening for them. Next thing you know, they came out with angel dust. Because these same motherfuckers that was woke was going to have sex and give birth to angelic beings. Star babies. In the genes. Their behavior changed it all. Put them all to sleep. Huey P. Newton found with a heroin goddamn needle in his fucking arm. A baby. That nigga was a baby, Huey. He was a child, wasn't he? He was 20-something years old. Strung him out. Fucked up everybody. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man, I don't know about the inevitable situation. I just know that they on a whole nother mission. And don't forget, newbie, in Genesis it said, know for surety that your seed shall be in a strange land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them for 400 years, right? Remember that? Right? Okay. In Genesis. Mm-hmm. And then he said, by the fourth generation, they shall come hither. They shall come out in great substance. But the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet fulfilled. What does that mean? That's the part there. So, yeah, you and I, Sweet Oshun, Beck, everybody here, yeah, we living good than a motherfucker. We got us some possessions. But the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet fulfilled. What's that saying? What do you think that is?
More time.
The iniquity. Iniquity? What does that mean? You know. Tell me what iniquity is. Somebody look it up. Give us a definition. You'll see it. But the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet fulfilled. So what are we looking at now?
They're not done yet.
We looking at, exactly. And what are we looking at now if they're not done yet? Rewind it back a year and a half or 2 years ago, when they kept demanding that black people go to the bar and get drunk. The only race of motherfuckers, they were only interested in niggers. They ain't mentioned no other race. And I told y'all that the CEO of Pfizer was mad at Putin because he stopped the Pfizer campaign shots media campaign, internet campaign, from going into where Negroes live in Russia. He blocked it. Because you know they know everything about your IP address and your area codes and zip codes or whatever it is in every part of the world where niggas occupy at. So they were sending Negroes different campaigns. If Negroes is in Negroes dominate a certain area code or goddamn city, they would get those campaigns the moment they log on, the moment they turn on their smart television. Those campaigns are right there. Psychic driving, right, newbie?
All
day.
day.
Make commercials for them niggas. I don't live in a nigga area code, but it lets you know that the black Russians live somewhere else in another part of Russia where they dominate or populate an area, and that motherfucker Pfizer, Albert, the veterinarian, motherfucker was pissed because Putin's system, Russian internet system, was able to block that shit to protect the niggas in Russia. So the iniquities of the Amorites is not yet fulfilled. It scares me all the time when I hear them want to be interested in the black race. Why are you interested in the black race? You know what I'm saying? Why is it more important? You got a whole bunch of motherfucker races here in America, Jack. So why you always interested that black people must get this shit? That's some scary ass shit. But it made sense. I woke the fuck up and I realized that this is to stop the goddamn transformation from proton to electron proton electron. That brain cavity. And melanin is mentioned in that shit. The sun heat gene and all that shit is mentioned in that tablet. They not after your melanin. They preventing your ass from making a transformation so you won't be mentally enslaved. Listen, that means if the physical slavery, they say, is over. The body, you're not in chains. You know what I'm saying? You got it? But there's a mental slavery that starts upstairs in the brain. And he starts that verse off talking about that brain that only niggas have. And I'll tell you something else I keep hearing this nigga say, and I want to put it on record. Then I give it to you, newbie. That nigga said that the Caucasians does not have non-magnetic particles in their brain. Only you have it. You the only motherfuckers that got non-magnetic particles. You know what that means, right? Non-magnetic particles. Which is why they turn the frequency up in the black people neighborhoods that predominantly, like Atlanta, D.C., wherever, goddamn Chicago, and so it can fry your non-magnetic particles. He doesn't have it. So, and what he say, when you see a nigga that's completely delirious, all his non-magnetic particles are fried. That's what they trying to do to all niggas. That's what they trying. That's what they want to do. That's why he says, and Yahshua said it, who came for niggas, come out of her, get the fuck out of those goddamn cities. Go to the wilderness. Get out of that shit. Come out of her. You gotta get the fuck, because they're gonna kill your ass. They're gonna fry your motherfucking non-magnetic particles. The fuck out of here. Okay, it's all yours, newbie.
Nah, I'm just saying it's got to be some real level of hatred for this to happen, but it's more on a cosmic level.
You don't see it as hatred. You know, cosmic simply means world, right? There's nothing deep about the word. It means world. That's it. So even on a world level, I mean, come on.
Well, when I say cosmic, I mean it's more on a macro level, meaning it's something that they possibly can't fight. I mean, not all of us are meant to make it, Don. Like you said, you've said it before.
Right. But you're right. But that's why I mentioned earlier, newbie, that it didn't matter what level a nigger vibrates on. When this electro green light comes into the atmosphere, it electrifies your body. It doesn't matter what level you vibrate on. You could be the lowest of low, nigga, but you gonna wake the fuck up, nigga.
Exactly.
You won't be under mind control. You won't be under what he say, so you won't be mentally enslaved. So it wakes up every Negro as long as they got that magnetic grid in their fucking brain cavity, which is why they was after the brain. Right? And remember when I shut down YouTube so I can play that long ass video? Remember? Was you here? When I muted YouTube so we can hear this shit. What does it say? It went straight to the brain, the network. So they can go in and alter every goddamn thing. Your reality, they intercepting it. They're intercepting that goddamn electromagnetic goddamn light that's coming in to help you. They intercepted that shit. The graphene oxide.
Blood-brain barrier.
So it ain't that the fact that everybody won't make it, but if you read that shit, that was for everybody. That was for every motherfucker with sun heat gene, whether they were a drug addict, a fucked up sick person mentally, a ignorant nigga, a fat motherfucker nigga, a goddamn Coca-Cola drinking ass nigga. It didn't fucking matter. That shit would change.
Well, we're saying the same thing. I agree. So if they did get that change, they would know differently and they would make better decisions.
Right, which is why they did a campaign on niggas for the past 2 years to make sure niggas get this motherfucking drinks at the bar. Because it goes to the brain. That's why. Alter the DNA and RNA, and that shit is mentioned also in that verse. That's why they was concerned about niggas. That's why, again, Albert was pissed off, Pfizer, that Russia was blocking them niggas from getting that shit. Russia was protecting the niggas from being mindful, going online, looking at them damn campaign to get vax and shit. He was pissed. He was pissed about that. And I even said that day, I said, this scares me. He wasn't mad about if no cracker didn't get it. He mad that nigga, you blocking fucking niggas. He mad that you ain't goddamn letting you blocking me from getting to these niggas over there in Russia. That's their main concern, is black people. Because you wake the fuck up, that's the end. That's the only way it'll work. That's the only way it'll be the end of their rule. That's the end. That's it. All niggas are woke. All niggas are now electrified ones. That's it. But now they all jab the fuck up and shit. Shit, wow. But, so the extension of time is given. Once again, they can just keep this shit going forever. Yeah, and as long as niggas is still reproducing, they're going to still be in power.
Yeah, but they won't be able to reproduce.
You're having children for that motherfucker. Say what, Nubi?
I said they won't be able to reproduce forever.
It doesn't matter because they figured out how to live forever. So all the lives that's being born on this planet, this motherfucker saying infant. That's straight up mind control going on. That's straight up mental slavery. So this time they stopping it. When they did the angel dust into the black mother's belly, injecting angel dust, so that these babies, Negro babies, won't be mind fucked when they come out. So they can be mind fucked. But when they injected angel dust into the pregnant mothers in the 60s that's giving birth to the 70s, baby, because they know the number. They know the fucking prophecy. They know all this shit. You know the prophecy. I know the prophecy. So these crackers know the prophecy. these reptilians that's in white people's skins and shit, you know they know the prophecy. They already knew the sun cycle was coming. They knew about the sun cycle. They were speaking about it before I even knew of a sun cycle, you and me. They knew about the moon cycle too. They knew about all that shit. They also knew about the 25,000-year history of your story that would be renewed. They knew about all of it. That's why they implemented the C.I.A., the COINTELPRO side. Counterintelligence. That's why they did it. Shit is, it's just this shit here today, here yesterday, here 2 years ago, was concentrated at Negroes. All concentrated at Negroes. Period. Everything is concentrated at Negroes. You know that shit. It's more drugs in the Negro community. It's more alcohol in the Negro community. It's also more killing and murdering and violence in the Negro community. It's all concentrated at Negroes. Everybody else seems to be on their best behavior. They just got 1 or 2 bad apples. We got hundreds of bad apples. Thousands of bad apples. Hundreds of thousands of bad apples. Millions of bad apples. Come on now.
It's infuriating, Don.
I know, baby. I know.
It's truly infuriating.
Thank you, She-Doc. Worldwide genocide. And the word gene is in there. They've been going after that, fucking it up, and still trying to figure out how are we overcoming this shit. To the point now, they're trying to fucking hijack telepathy for you niggas who get orders from on high. They trying to hijack that. They after the psychic babies now. The psychic Negroes. They're trying to fucking goddamn hijack that shit. They ain't bullshit. They tell it to you in your face. We going after you psychic motherfuckers. So we can goddamn hack into your messages you are receiving, because how else are you getting this information? And then I'm figured out a fucking goddamn technology that can goddamn, this shit wild. That can spy on us when we're using telepathy. And who are we getting our information from? And this shit here. They ain't bullshit. These motherfuckers ain't playing. They gonna stop that shit.
There are no limits to where they will go.
I know.
To keep this from happening. No limits.
Absolutely. No limits. No limits. Because you remember, newbie, like goddamn 20 years ago. Let me see, 20 years ago, 25. Fuck it. 25 years ago. Maybe 30 years ago. What did that nigga tell us? What did the ET Negro tell us? There have to come a time where we're going to have to stop talking to each other, and we have to be able to use telepathy so that these motherfuckers won't know shit. So you have to work on your telepathy. Well, a lot of us did. And here we are now in the year 2022. These motherfuckers got technology to literally spy in, bug our telepathy, bug it, spy on it. The fuck, they got these goddamn artificial goddamn telepathic fucking machines to goddamn hear what the fuck we are hearing, whatever the fuck that shit is. Monitor. Yep. Then kind of find out, you go a little further back. You know what I'm saying? What was one of the shit that your government that you love so fucking much ended up doing covertly? Remote viewing. Remote viewing, because we also have that. So they started trying to figure out remote viewing, astral projection, astral traveling, transportation. right? But it's sci-fi to niggas because niggas are under their fucking control. But these motherfuckers grabbing any and everybody, people off the fucking street. To try to figure out this psyche shit. Now that they've mastered the psyche, now they done created an AI machine that can go in our psyche and report back to them motherfuckers what it's saying, what's happening, what we doing. And I found that out. Because they've already mastered the ability to spy on you in your sleep, what you call dream and what you call sleep. Because higher evolved beings can come to you and talk to you and give you messages in your sleep. They done hacked that shit now. They don't want niggas knowing nothing, not even with their eyes closed. You hear me? Let alone their eyes open. They don't want you knowing. They want to know every fucking thing. And stop you from knowing. And we know that to be a fact. And this shit here, this goddamn drink at the bar, motherfucker. That's one of the most, you talk about a weapon for your ass. These folks don't know shit. And you know something wrong with them, newbie, if they keep getting it. It don't make sense. It already got them. Now they don't know. Straight up psychic driving.
And the minute they wake up, they go back, take it, boom, right back to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, because naturally our body is trying to get rid of all that bullshit. That motherfucker what? The melanin pigment, motherfucker, they are trying to get some other shit. It's like a it can resist that shit. You know what this reminds me of, newbie?
What?
That the C.I.A. file, when they were saying how many doses will it take for this shit to work, when they was testing all them shits into people. And you know what I'm saying? They just kept trying to figure out the doses. You give it less, this happens. Give it more, that happens. And they have to keep giving them doses. And then take you back to the C.I.A. MK Ultra shit with the white women and the white man. Remember him? And they kept giving them that drug over and over and over again. Remember the one that was part of the government, that doctor in the psych ward, kept giving it to them over, and they kept saying they didn't want it, He kept making them get it. That's the point.
Yeah, she took like drugs every day, 36 pills or something like that.
Yeah, 24. Yeah, 24. But when they was when she was under his care, and the other woman and the man who had problems with his legs, and they told him it was in his head, and they started giving them drugs over and over again, giving them that shit. And mind you, it's a shot in the vein. They kept shooting them up. How many shoot 'em ups will it take for these crackers to be satisfied? Now they already giving motherfuckers a heads up, psychic driving. You got Obama, psychic driving. Go get the shit. Albert back in business. Biden says it. What's this, the fourth one is coming?
Yep.
Yeah. It's so easy now. They don't even have to be admitted to a psych ward. They literally is in line to get the next one. It's gonna be a whole bunch of them, over 130 something. This ain't got nothing to do with Caucasians. This is all about niggas, man. But niggas want to be loved by this bastard. They want to be loved and respected. They the female of the relationship. I already got them. Shit, wow. But that shit is strange, man. When they keep goddamn mentioning black people, man, that shit, goddamn, that my antennas go up every fucking time. Here we are. So that's it. Yeah. Zena, what part is does the people make it easy? I missed it. What part is that? Shit here strange, man. And they ask children.
I got a paper copy of the cheat codes.
Me too, baby. Look here. They want them babies.
Go get this.
They want them babies. Always after the fucking babies. Always after the babies. When black people see white people doing it, black people do it. I'm telling you. No matter what. You know what I'm saying? When for real, black bitches was not getting ass shots until white bitches was getting ass shots and all that type of shit. Black motherfuckers was not getting nose jobs until white people was getting nose jobs. I'm telling you. This is way before some of y'all was even fucking born. The only reason why Michael got a nose job, Michael Jackson, was because when white people was getting nose jobs. Latifah got a nose job. This all back in the fucking 90s and 80s. Oprah Winfrey got a nose job because them crackers was getting a nose job. Patti LaBelle, all them motherfuckers. Anything a fucking cracker do, a nigga do it. Crackers all tatted the fuck up. Niggas go get tatted the fuck up. Cracker bitches was getting goddamn injections in their faces and shit. Now niggas laid out getting injections in their fucking faces. Now they looking like all them niggas looking like monsters. Everything they fucking do, man, got you loving the image of illness. So, yeah, start seeing them crackers do it. They put a little few nigga celebrities that follow them crackers, and you follow the nigga celebrities that follow the crackers. That's what they're doing, and they're after the kids. Because it all makes sense. When Michael did it, a whole bunch of other kids wanted to do it. A whole bunch of other niggas end up in line. Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They had Michael Jackson on female hormone pills. Now these niggas got their fucking kids on female hormone pills. The same fucking shit. Then what they did? What the fuck did they do? Y'all can't see this diabolical piece of shit. He laced the motherfucking food with female hormones, the cans. Laced them bitches. Now what was that for? What was that for? Huh? What was that for?
Part of the plan.
Absolutely. Go after the boys. Go after our boys. Now they got titties. The fuck boys doing with titties? Boys ain't supposed to have no titties. Estrogen, which is something we naturally do not produce naturally. That was fed in the genes. Estrogen is not fucking real. Change the genes. Boom. Everything changed the genes. You know that shit, man. Called habits, right? Information.
Absolutely, Doc. And wherever it comes in, through your eyes, your nose, your mouth.
Yep.
Changes.
Even your skin. Yeah. Yep. And they knew that chemicals would do it. They knew it. Whether it's placed in the foods, placed in the medicines, placed in the drinks, they already knew it. Placed in baby formula. All the baby formulas are made by drug companies. They knew that shit. They fucking knew it. It's probably 1 out of goddamn 300 black bitches breastfeed their babies. But not for long either. Right now, this shit becoming less and less. And then what happened, Nick Bat? They do a whole campaign that bitches who breastfeed shouldn't breastfeed in public. Crazy shit like that. Ban breastfeeding. I know, because they want these women
to put them on a
feed
synthetic
these.
crap.
Yeah. Yep. Soy. Fagging out these motherfuckers. Sisterifying our sons. Shit is wild. It's they after us. The masculine race. We are the only masculine race, male and female of the Nubian race, Negroid race. Is the masculine of races. Come on now. Now men got small waistlines and shit. This nigga here small as fuck. Skinny ass nigga. Petite than a motherfucker. Ain't never happened. Shit ain't never happened. After, I'm telling you, shrinking the shit out of us, man. Tight clothes. Ask Levi. Jeans. Genetics. Jeans. What is it doing to our male boys wearing them jeans? What does it do? What does jeans do to the male boys? Kill the sperm cell.
Yep.
Destroy the sperm cells.
Increases the temperature down there. Drops the
That's
sperm
right.
count.
That's right. That's right. Tell you, it's after us. And they don't give a fuck if a million crackers do what they say. They after us. They after us. They've been after niggas for a long time, man. And I can't even count the long time. We can't even say 400 years, man. We got to say about goddamn 10,000 years, man. 6,000 been after niggas, man, all the way up to that.
No, let's not give them that much time. Don't give them that much. 6 at most. 6,000 at most.
They gonna yell it. Always have. Always have. And niggas just can't see it because they already mind fuck, man. And they wouldn't even know it's coming. That's why they in line, thinking about getting their fourth one. Thinking about it. They're gonna do it though.
Zero resistance. To the point where it's not even mandatory anymore.
I know. Because they already got you. If I got you 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, I can get you 4 times, my lady. Yeah. Yeah. This one here's the big one, though, newbie. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, the word RNA scares the shit out of me, okay? Niggas don't even know they have RNA. I ain't even know I had RNA until maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. That's some scary shit. Like, if you don't know what the fuck you got and what the fuck they got to alter what you got, then you're fucked. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know shit about an R. I know about a DNA, but I learned later on in life about an RNA, and that shit there, and then this shit, man, I don't give a fuck. You put the M in front of that motherfucker. But the M stands for messenger.
We should have known better. It was in the cheat codes. We just didn't think it was relevant, but we know everything that's in the cheat codes are relevant.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why it be, you know what I'm saying, our antenna goes up. Because we know more than the average Negro. So certain key words have us like, hell to the no, the fuck. Just like when I knew about they was injecting the black mother's wombs with angel dust in the 60s and 70s. And when the doctor wanted to inject my womb with Sananda, and wanted to with my son, and wanted to with with Warrior. But because I knew about the angel dust that they was injecting in the black mothers in the 70s and 60s, that's why I told that motherfucker, hell no. Hell nah. Hell nah, you ain't injecting shit in my womb. Only because of that. Only because of that. And it's and so even though when this whole shit popped off with the vaccinations, you know what I'm saying? Listen, niggas remember the Tuskegee experiment. So all you see is a whole bunch of niggas posting the Tuskegee experiment like, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. They start posting, man, remember what happened in the Tuskegee experiment? It's just knowing this devil. Knowing this motherfucking devil, man.
Those vets know definitely. They stayed away from that.
But guess what Mr. Whitey did? Accepted the Tuskegee experiment, right? And start going on talk shows. And start going into the media and start printing that black people are afraid of getting the vaccine because of the Tuskegee experiment. See how smooth he is? See how smooth he is? He came out and was like, they're just afraid, and used a few niggas too on the panels. Well, you know, the reason why black people are reluctant is because of, you know what I'm saying, the Tuskegee experiment. So that became psychic driving. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, you were no longer reluctant. It was just showing they was trying to clean up that this is different. This is not, you know, we're not going to do this to you niggas. And then a little bit later, you find out that niggas still wasn't biting, and now they pissed off and yelling. Them crackers are mad. They start yelling on the fucking media, on the news and shit. He didn't give a fuck. Even Biden was like, I don't give a shit. We got to get black people get this goddamn shot. They started, that's it. They didn't give a fuck no more. They wasn't sweet no more. They wasn't caring. They didn't give a fuck that black people didn't trust them no more. Now they forcing niggas. Knock on their doors. Put the boots on the ground. Yeah, that's what happens. That shit didn't work until they started forcing black people. So you know something is wrong there. You know? They want this extension, man. The ones that got it is gonna keep getting it. The ones that ain't got it, they gotta figure out some shit for us. You know? And you know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? You know what's coming. The chips. The chips are coming. Well, I don't mean the chips are coming. I mean the chips will be activated. You won't be able to buy or sell. It's in your head. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to eat. You know how this shit go. You know how it works. And again, that's Revelations, ain't it? So this is all part of the plan. Right, newbie?
Absolutely correct.
Yeah. It's all part of it. That's why it's only 144,000. This is where your part of the movie shows up, where you say it's like you said, everybody ain't gonna make it. All niggas ain't. But there was a fighting chance though, with the electrolyte, with the green light coming in, changing your molecular structure, creating your fifth circulatory system. You will never be sick again. Electron, proton, electron, baby. But that's only for 144. Everybody else fucked. Everybody else fucked. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on my injection. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting on the proper transformation to take place upstairs. You know what I'm saying? From proton, electron to proton, to electron, proton, electron.
I don't know. Some would say that if you're here, you probably received it already.
Receive which one?
The injection that you think is coming. Probably received it already.
Oh, I know it. But if I'm just saying I will be waiting if not happened yet. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we ain't fucking with none of this shit, man. We just gonna goddamn stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? He's sticking to his role in Revelations. I'm gonna stick to mine. The fuck? And he know that. You know what I'm saying? They already knew it. They already knew that motherfucker wasn't gonna get the shit. A certain amount. They already knew that shit. And another thing, Pfizer only made 30-something billion. This motherfucker wanted to make 50 billion off of this shit. He only made 30. They pissed. That's why the fourth is necessary. That's another reason why the fourth is necessary. They want to make some money too. So, yeah.
Gotta keep that first quarter solid, you know?
That fiscal year, baby. That's what they planned to make that first year when they released it. It was, I think it was maybe 30. It might have been 30. I think they made their goal, but it's never enough. And right now, this is what I want to share with y'all. And right now, right? So your media is psychic driving right now. They're psychic driving, even though people are on this Ukraine shit, simultaneously, the media is telling motherfuckers that what? China has an outbreak. See this? So China got an outbreak. Right now, China done shut down half of their little fucking Chinatowns and shit. You know what I'm saying? Small businesses done shut down. Sound familiar? All this shit is happening. So eventually, you already know what's about to happen.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, absolutely. 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 So, yeah. This is why, even though they saying a fourth is coming, because this is going to be the fourth wave. It's the fourth time. So they have to create this whole situation starting in another country. Starting in another country, and y'all know when China going through some shit, it's time to wake the fuck up. You're next.
Not only that, but what is made here anymore? The country that's making everything is affected. What do you think is going to happen to the world?
Yeah, so if nobody is interested in getting their fourth booster shot, like I am, I'm not interested in getting my fourth, right? But if they create this, if in a minute, they're going to push out this whole Russia shit in a minute in Ukraine. And it's going to be more pumping on the news about other towns infected, other this and infected. You know, your Billy Gates guy is already yelling, another one is coming. You got your boy yelled, another one is coming. He said it's not over yet. Fauci said that yesterday. So that just give everybody a heads up. Yeah, you're going to get it's not mandatory, but wait till another one is coming. Another what is coming? The shit that they saying is happening to China. So whether it's not mandatory or not, people are going to go into fear once again and either get their first one, their second one, their third one, or their fourth one. Yep. It's not over. It's not over. So it done started up again. So China got deaths, China on lockdown, China this, that, and the third, China. So in a minute, CNN and all them Fox News motherfuckers gonna start reporting the virus again, along with updates on Ukraine. Before you know it, they're just gonna give you updates on Ukraine and Russia and give you more breaking news on the outbreak of the virus. Follow it closely. Before you know it, you back psychic driving on the goddamn virus, which is why we stand on the virus. Everybody else gonna end up psychic driving, driven on the other, back on the side of the virus. Yeah, they gonna get it. Shit's wild. Yeah. Whew. Boy. My thing is that, man. What, man? You hear that white man, newbie, about that goddamn melanated chip, man, and pigment. Melanated pigment is in the fucking chips, man. That shit should scare the hell out of you.
I don't know what is.
Yeah, that shit should wake you niggas up. I ain't finished. Newbie, they ain't finished. They gonna never be finished, man.
There's gonna be a bunch of microchips walking around now.
Because they ain't never finished. They ain't finished.
It's a
Black
real
people
matrix.
does not have a plan.
This is a real matrix.
You know that black people don't have a plan. They don't have a 20-year plan, a 100-year plan, a 1,000-year plan, a 6,000-year plan. Even if that motherfucker said this shit, Dr. York said, when the sun cycle come in, y'all gonna get y'all power back. Y'all gonna rule. But ain't nobody sat at a round table on a goddamn 6,000-year sun cycle plan on our rulership, or never having the end of our rulership. These motherfuckers, this shit been in planning. They've been planning this shit for hundreds, thousands of fucking years, this day to day.
But that's the difference, Don. They're planning, and we're sitting here waiting for it to happen. Not noticing we're supposed to make it happen.
And like, we be like this. Soon as it happens, soon we see it happen, we say, we told y'all that was going to happen. We told y'all that was coming. Goddamn, told you what they going to do. Told you, motherfucker. What they going to do.
The ET said it, right? When they used to come to the land and they were like, yeah, oh yeah, everybody's like tourists. They're like, yo, hold up. Did you not understand what this is? This is your home.
Yep.
What's going on here? It's crazy. You don't do
Gina
the work.
said they plan on making buildings out of melanin. That's why I asked Snoopy about solar panels. What do you think that shit is really made of?
You see the color of it.
Made of fucking melanin. Pigment. We got to put pigment behind it. Pigment. Melanin pigment.
Oh,
wow.
Don, we're about to go into overtime.
Oh, shit. All right, let me give y'all a little bit of Fauci dossier or whatever. You're going to restart. We got, how many minutes did we got left? We got 2 minutes. Hang up, call back, refresh your phone. The call-in number for those, for those that want to call in or whatever, hurry up and get on the line. What's the call-in number? 425-569-5274. That will get you in. All right, I'm going to the Fauci dossier real quick. And then
90
we'll hop
seconds.
back on to the C.I.A. files. The Fauci dossier. Thank you, Zena. You are the fucking best. Going to the next chapter. The next chapter is market manipulation and allocation. This is 15 USC. That's United States courts, I think, right? The C stands for courts. Yay, nay, am I right or wrong? Open your mic back up.
60 seconds.
I think the C stands for court, right? USC. That's United States Supreme Court, right? Yeah. 15 USC 8, market manipulation allocation. Every combination, conspiracy, trust, agreement. This is in the law now. Every combination, conspiracy, trust, agreement, or contract is declared to be contrary to the public policy, illegal, and void when the same is made by or between two or more persons or corporations, either of whom, as agents or principal, is engaged in importing any article from any foreign country into the United States. And when such combination, conspiracy, trust, agreement, or contract is intended to operate in restraint of lawful trade or free competition in lawful
10
trade
seconds.
or commerce, or to increase the market price in any part of the United States of any article or articles imported or intended to be imported into the United States, or any manufacturer into which such imported article enters or is intended to enter. Every person who shall be engaged in the import and that every person who shall be engaged. Hold on. Let me make this shit bigger, shall I? I'm struggling. Every person who shall be engaged in the importation of goods or any commodity for any foreign country in violation of this section, or who shall combine or conspire with another to violate the same, is guilty of a misdemeanor and on a conviction thereof in any court of the United States. Such person shall be fined in a sum not less than $100 and not exceeding $5,000, and shall be further punished by imprisonment in the discretion of the court for a term not less than 3 months, nor exceeding 12 months. That is the law. What's that law again? 15 U.S.C. 8, market manipulation and allocation. Though non-competitive grants awards the UNC Chapel Hill's Ralph Barrick to selection of the biosafety level 4 laboratory location, to the setting of prices for remdesivir and mRNA therapies from Moderna and Pfizer, NIAID, that's Fauci, CDC, you already know who that is, and the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has been involved in allocating federal funds to conspiring parties without independent review. Around March 12, 2020, in an effort to enrich their own economic interests by way of securing additional funding from both federal and foundation actors, the CDC and the NIAID's Dr. Fauci elected to suspend testing and classify COVID-19 by capricious symptoms presentation alone. Did I say that word right? Capricious. Yeah, capricious, yeah. Capricious symptoms. Let's do it again. Dr. Fauci's elected to suspend testing and classify COVID-19 by capricious symptom presentation alone, forcing the public to rely on the COVID tracking project. Hear that? Forcing the public to rely on the COVID tracking project funded by the Bloomberg, Zuckerberg, and Gates Foundation, and presented by a media outlet, The Atlantic, not a public health agency. Dr. Fauci used fraudulent testing technology, RT-PCR, to conflate COVID cases with positive PCR tests in the living, while insisting the COVID deaths be counted by symptoms alone. This perpetuated a market demand for his desired vaccine agenda, which was recited by him and his conspiring parties around the world until the present. Not surprisingly, this was necessitated by the apparent fall in cases that constituted Dr. Fauci's and others' criteria for depriving citizens of their First Amendment right. What's your First Amendment right, baby? What's your First Amendment right? Y'all don't know y'all First Amendment?
Amnesia, Don, amnesia.
Nigga, I was about to do Amendment 14. I'm about to quote that shit. I'm about to find out what the First Amendment right is. Y'all should do whatever the fuck you want to goddamn do. Because I was about to do 14. No state shall deprive any something. Like it's a verse on Prince song. Goddamn. Proper due process, due property or some old shit. I don't know. Motherfucker got me fucked up. Somebody, please. Let me find out what the First Amendment right is. It's going to take forever on the computer, though. Let's see. First Amendment. That's fucked up, man. Amnesia.
Freedom concerning religion, expression, assembly, and the right to petition.
Oh, okay. There it is. Boom. Thank you. All right. Yeah. That's fucked up. It's a right? That means they can take away it, take it from you, and that's exactly what they did. Well, they ain't take it from nobody. They were just like, look, if you don't do it, then you don't have a job. Oh, really? Mm-hmm. 15 USC 19 interlocking directorates. Here's the law. No person shall at the same time serve as a director or officer in any two corporations other than banks, banking associations, and trust companies that are A, engaged in whole or in part in commerce, and B, by virtue of their business and location of operation, competitors, so that the elimination of competition by agreement between them would constitute a violation of any of the antitrust laws if each of the corporation has capital, surplus, and undivided profits aggregating more than $10 million as adjusted pursuant to paragraph 5 of this subsection. Now, here's what happens, y'all. Dr. Fauci is on the leadership council of the Bill and Melinda Gates Global Vaccine Action Plan, shouted. And there's more. Dr. Fauci, while controlling the economic dispensation of federal research funding, Dr. Fauci has been and continues to be on the World Health Organization's Global Preparedness Monitoring Board. He is joined on this board by the conflicted donor from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Dr. Chris Elias, and the State Council of China's Dr. George F. Gao, or G-A-O. You speak Chinese? That's the CDC nigga that was from China that was on Event 201, this guy here. Dr. George F. Gao of the Chinese CDC. This GPMB stipulated that all members states, this GPMB stipulated that all member states must take part in a global simulation of the release of a respiratory pathogen. That's Event 201. If you go watch it on YouTube, performed by Johns Hopkins University, that's the simulation that they're talking about. Event 201. Simulation of the,
So what are they saying? He's occupying more than one office? That's unconstitutional?
Yeah, that's against the law. That's against this nigga on everything. Yeah. He on everything. Yeah. Now, Dr. Barrick is one of the primary beneficiaries of U.S. federal funds, runs a BSL-4 facility. Somebody look up what that is, a BSL-4 facility. Runs a BSL-4 facility and sits on the International Committee on Taxonomy of Virus Coronavirus working group task to confirm the presence of absence of the pathogen for which he is directly compensated.
Don. Stands for Biosafety Level 4 facility.
Interesting. Thank you. As referenced in the section covering violations of 18 U.S.C. 1001 above, numerous undisclosed commercial relationships exist between funded researchers, their funding agencies, and commercial interests in which disclosed and undisclosed commercial terms exist. A complete list of all potential implicated parties is listed in the section below entitled The Commercial Actors. It appears that during the period of patent enforcement and after the Supreme Court ruling confirming that patents on genetic material were illegal, the CDC and the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, led by Anthony Fauci, hereinafter NIAID, National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, and Dr. Fauci, Say what?
Did you just say that patent on genetic material?
Yeah. Was illegal. Illegal. Right. That the patents on genetic material were illegal. So the CDC, the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, led by Anthony Fauci, hereinafter, we're going to say NIAID and Dr. Fauci, respectively, entered into a trade among states, including but not limited to working with EcoHealth Alliance Incorporated and with foreign nations, specifically the Wuhan Institute of Virology and the Chinese Academy of Sciences, through the 2014 SEQ National Institutes of Health Grant, R as in Romeo, 01 Alpha, 1 I as in India, 110964 to exploit their patent rights. It further appears that during the period of patent enforcement and after the Supreme Court ruling confirming the patents on genetic material were illegal, the CDC and the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, hereinafter NIAID, entered into a trade among states, including but not limited to working with the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and with foreign nations, specifically the Wuhan Institute of Virology and the Chinese Academy of Sciences, represented by Xing Shi, through Uniform 19 Alpha India 109761 Raf S. Barrick, U19A I 107810 Raf S. Barrick, and National Natural Science Foundation of China Award 812-90341 Xing Shi et al. 2015 to 2016. This has been in play, y'all. It further appears that during the period of patent enforcement and after the Supreme Court ruling confirming that patents on generic material was illegal, the CDC and the NIAID entered into trade among states, including but not limited to working with the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and with foreign nations to conduct chimeric construction of novel coronavirus material with specific virulence properties prior to, during, and following the determination made by the National Institutes for Health in October 17, 2014, that this work was not sufficiently understood by its biosecurity and safety standards. In this inquiry, it is presumed that the CDC and its associates were A, fully aware of the work being performed using their patented technology. B, entered into explicit or implicit agreements, including licensing or other considerations. And C, willfully engaged one or more foreign interests to carry forward the exploitation of their proprietary technology when the U.S. Supreme Court confirmed that such patents were illegal, and when the National Institutes of Health issued a moratorium on such research. Reportedly, in January 2018, the United States Embassy in China sent investigators to Wuhan Institute of Virology and found that, and I quote, during interactions with scientists at the Wuhan Institute of Virology laboratory, they noted the new lab has a serious shortage of appropriately trained technicians and investigators needed to safely operate this high containment laboratory, end quote. The Washington Post reported that this information was contained in a cable dated 19 January 2018. Over a year later, in June 2019, the CDC conducted an inspection of Fort Detrick's U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Diseases, hereinafter USA MRID. All right, so the CDC conducted an inspection of Fort Detrick's U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Disease and ordered it closed after alleging that their inspection found biosafety hazards. A report in the journal Nature in 2003, 4236936:103, reported cooperation between the CDC and the U.S. Army Medical Research Institute of Infectious Disease on coronavirus research. This is in 2003, followed by considerable subsequent collaboration. The CDC, for what appeared to be the same type of concern identified in Wuhan, elected to continue work with the Chinese government while closing the U.S. Army facility. Wow. See how this shit go? The CDC reported the first case of SARS-CoV-like illness in the United States in January 2020, with the CDC's Epidemic Intelligence Service reporting 650 clinical cases and 210 tests. Given that the suspected pathogen was first implicated in official reports on December 31st, 2019, one can only conclude that CDC-A had the mechanism and wherewithal to conduct tests to confirm the existence of a novel coronavirus, or B, did not have said mechanism and falsely reported the information in January. Is test credulity, right? Credulity? Is test credulity is test credulity to suggest that the WHO, World Health Organization, or the CDC could manufacture and distribute tests for a novel pathogen when their own subsequent record on development and deployment of tests has been shown to be without reliability. I wish y'all motherfuckers can see what I'm looking at. Zena, is there a way you could drop the Fauci dossier, whatever, in the after party for it? Unless you get a chance. This shit here is wild. Now, I'm going to stop there because, and next time I give y'all a little bit more. The next time would be the United States Supreme Court Law 35-200-206, Disclosure of Government Interest. The Supreme Court. Yeah. So I give y'all that. How they, they break laws like a motherfucker, ain't they? So that's that. That's a little bit of the Fauci dossier I'm giving to you a little bit at a time. Okay? Because I know some of y'all ain't going to understand this language until eventually you understand this language. So
that's more than enough, Don. You hear all that stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all ready to get into some MK Ultra? Drop the link if you can. No, you gone now. You're not in the after party.
I should be. Hold on. I was just about to head out. I can put it in.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up in my history. All right. Let's get back into this long ass. This goddamn. Zena gave me something, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up in the history. Remember I said we need to find out about Sub-Project 42? Where's history? Zena gave it to us. Shit. I clicked on it, but it looked like it didn't take in my history. That was Sub-Project 42. All right. And they go into detail about the Sub-Project 42. Just want to tell y'all that. What Zena gave me. Zena, I don't know if you can drop that back in. Sub-Project 42. MK Ultra Sub-Project 42. All right, we in 88. Negotiated contract for behavioral control support with unknown company. I think that's 88 or 89. But let me go to it. Let's see what we're looking at with this shit. No, I don't remember. Oh, that's right. Damn. I left off at this. Okay. So we're on the next one. That's where I left off at. So that's 88, 89. We're going to 89, boys and girls. Wait. I'm fucking lost now. 89. That's just one page. It's just one page. This shit shouldn't hurt that much. Contract inspection, assignment record. Your office is responsible for performing inspection under the subject contract. A part of this responsibility is the monitoring of the contractor's performance. I think I did that. I read that already. All right, let's go. Next. Shit. What's that? 89. Let's go to 90. 90. Here we go. All right. MK Ultra, baby. Declassified. Only on the Don Nicoleone show, baby, on WGAG Radio. All right, the project files. This says 1965 to 1973. Let me see if I can enlarge this. Fuck me. Base records, maybe, are to be released only under the specific direction of the Director of Central Intelligence, the Deputy Director for Science and Technology, or the Director of Research and Development. Memorandum. This is May 22nd, 1974. How many of y'all was born in 1974? Director of Central Intelligence. That's your CIA. Who's the Director of C.I.A. in 1974, boys and girls? This shit about to get good. Who's your Director? Are we at Bush Daddy yet?
I want to say Bush. Hold on.
Yeah, I think that's Bush Daddy, ain't it? CIA. Who's your president? Kennedy? Well, we about to find the fuck out, goddammit. Director of Central, the memorandum for Director of Central Intelligence. I can't see that word. Deputy Director of Science and Technology, subject, project, often records. All project files. All project files and magnetic tapes. Oh, let me take it slow. All project files and magnetic tapes containing information relating to Project Often. Oh, they got a new Project Often, has been accumulated and sent to the blank records Center for Storage. Attachment A is a copy of the records retirement request, which places restrictions on the use of the records. Attachment B is listed on the contents of each of the boxes sent to the record center.
Don, you said 74, right?
Yeah.
William Colby.
Oh, William. Goddamn, when Bush Daddy come in? Director of Center. Okay, 1974. And who's our president? Who's your president? You don't know who the president was in 1974? Okay, Bush pops up in 76 to 77 CIA. That's with Kennedy, right? And Nixon is the president right now. No, Nixon. Yeah, Nixon is the president because we're in the 70s. Right, yeah. I need to confirm.
Yeah, Nixon was the first one.
Yeah, okay. And some guy you mentioned. Okay, so, all right, we're getting somewhere. Okay. All right. So check this. So it's a project called Often. Project Often. These motherfuckers. Look. It's attachment B. I have no idea what I'm looking at. March 4th, 1966, final report, studies of screening of chemical compounds for detection of behavioral effects, contract, some blank, 2 copies. Interim report, 68. Report regarding contract, quote, set down for the record, the procedure that has evolved this year on the project. November 2nd, 1968, interim. Technical proposal following on contract final report. Screening of chemical compounds for detection of behavioral effects. See that? Oh, they love to fucking see how you gonna act once they give you this shit. Often, this project often culture screens, neurotransmitters and tissue. Personal services. Edgewood Arsenal, 1969 to 1972, Edgewood Arsenal, 1973, reports, June 25th, 1954, quarterly report, European and Far Eastern biological information. July 27, 1966, quarterly report, European and Far Eastern biological information. I found out what the fuck going on over there in Europe and in the Far East. November 1st, 1968, quarterly report. Number 2, European and Far Eastern biological information. And, of course, 1968, September 1st, quarterly report, European and Far Eastern biological information. Often reports, Project Often. Addendum, grooming activity of albino mice effect of. They blocked it out. We don't know. All right. Let me just keep scrolling and see what else they got.
They were testing something, I guess.
They were testing some on albino rats, mice. Box 5, computer tabulation of clinical test data on response of humans to drugs being studied. Project Often, Box 5, continue, computer tabulation of clinical test data on response of mice to drugs being studied. Tape and computer tabulation of the something index is blocked out. All right, box 6. These are in the boxes, man. We should go into the C.I.A. warehouse and pull out these boxes. We know exactly what box it is. And the tabulation tape, tabulation computation. The tape is 292, tape 339, tape 293, tape 308. Oh, man, they done taped this shit. Original test data from Edgewood Arsenal on mice treated with drugs. 80 character card images. Approximately 60 cases of cards. They found it in a C.I.A. warehouse shop. See what else? This is a lot. All right, let's go to Project Often Box 10. Edgewood and something. Basis as well as blank blank. Final data. Designation for an output of a file as it physically exists on disk. Hence, a data file would include the inverted files as well as the data would be difficult to use without. Okay, we need the data files. We need to call C.I.A. and tell them Freedom of Information Act. You need to release all that, us bitch. You need to give us all that. Okay. That's file 21790. I'm going to 21791 now. The memorandum for the record is handwritten. All right. Oh, shit. We got to read somebody. Oh, it's blocked out, too. How the fuck I'm going to read this shit, newbie? I have no idea. All I know is that she must discuss subject contract with Mr. Blank on 319. Blank will make contact with Edgewood. She will call me. This is 1971, by the way, March 18, 1971, this letter. She will call me after her discussion and prior to blank call to Dr. Blank so I can alert Dr. Blank, blank, blank. He will advise blank, blank to expect call from blank, blank. Also advise that Mr. Blank minimally or normally keep copies of comprehensive, right? I don't know. She writes in to our something regiments, unclassified correspondence. She said that in this particular case, she will lead secret classification all the way through, and blank will not obtain a copy. Oh, this is a long-ass letter. 318, blank contacted blank earlier, then maybe anticipated, blank will call Dr. Blank this date. Doctor also something that she also advised that she would prefer to have Edward or Edgewood. She would prefer to have Edgewood cite something better request. It continues as reference rather than use as reference rather than use accounting and appreciation date continued in our letter to disclose dislog or something as suggested by blank contacted blank, and he has no objection. Also admired Dr. Blank to refer to project as Betty, as Betty request, blank, in his discussion with Dr. Blank, advised Dr. Blank out until Tuesday, March 23rd, will prepare paperwork and have it ready when blank contacts blank on that date. Dr. Blank was, however, successful in contacting blank. This date, no blank, will be expecting a call from blank. Blankety, blank. Where I'm at, 91. All right, man, these motherfuckers here ain't giving us no goddamn meat and potatoes, man. Oh, don't tell me this is another continuation of the letter. Call Dr. Blank to advise that acceptance something received for subject request. Advise that Dr. Blank will be in his office in blank Friday afternoon to discuss subject project and to let him know if we have any questions. The end. 93. Not bad, Don. Not bad reading this nigga handwriting. Oh, it's some more shit. Fuck. Advises that Edgewood Arsenal has not yet requested. Somebody please look up the Edgewood Arsenal. I know, Zena, you'll be able to find the what they mean by that, Edgewood Arsenal. But advised that Edgewood Arsenal has not yet requested transfer for funds in something of the blank. Edgewood has the money for 1080 dated 14 April 1971. It is just that Army is just among financial. He's not yet actually billed on blah office yet will do in a few days. Motherfucker. God damn. 94. Get to some meat and potatoes around this bitch. All right, 94. This is Edgewood Arsenal Research Laboratories. That's what the fuck. Now, what did they do in Edgewood Arsenal Research Laboratories? What exactly did they do? Everything is blacked out. Secret. They ain't finna know shit. Secret. The Edgewood Arsenal Research Laboratories presents a unique capability in facilities and personnel for critical definitive work in blankety blank, the area of blankety blank, blankety blank. 95. Action, contract action. Okay, got Edgewood on the contract. This is a something. They ain't giving us nothing on this shit. These are some weak-ass files. I can't believe this nigga paid $200 for these last files that they released in 2018 to him. This shit sucks. This shit really sucks. 95, 96. Request the procurement. So this is all them getting Edgewood right now, contracting with Edgewood Arsenal. Notice of expiration, renewal request, Edgewood Arsenal. This is 1971. This is when it expires. The contract or renewal. Boy, people goddamn be part of this shit. Image temporary unavailable. Let's see, just for the hell of it. Oh, I missed something. Covert action. Wait, I missed something. Covert Action, Wide Behavior Act Assessment in Section 1971. This is fucking blanked out. Intrinsic capability of men, this investigation of the intelligence potential of biocommunication emphasizes an analytical study of the intrinsic capability of men or a biocommunication system, and along an investigation of the conditions whereby his capability can be, oh, you got me there, or got me there, motherfucker. I want my money back. I feel like I paid for these files from the C.I.A. I want my goddamn money back. That's 98. That's 98 right there. Damn, what number was I on? Take it back. Yeah, 98. I had to go up. 298. Temporary. Request to procurement, often tissue culture. Damn, boy, this motherfucker here. All right, they ain't giving us no meat and potatoes. They got it all blacked out. How you supposed to release Freedom of Information Act and you done blanked out every goddamn thing? How the hell we supposed to know what y'all doing? You done goddamn fucking deleted everything, you motherfucker. Trust me, ain't nobody gonna believe us anyway. You should give it to us. Covert Action Program, Wide Behavior. Nope, was that 98? No, that's 800, 801. Organic Materials. All right, these are just fucking suppliers requests. So let's get to some milk, meat, and potatoes around this bitch. Outside activity, approval request, employee activity branch, letter regarding demonstration. Let's just see what that is. Okay. All right, we got some little meat and potatoes now. Dear Blank, March 24th, 1965. Pursuant to our recent conversation, the following represents my understanding of the general format for the demonstration. A, 4 platforms will be available, complete for demonstrations. We will use the receiving equipment at the 2 sources for 110 volts with the platforms in the field of some blank, of some description for this purpose will be necessary. 3-H, I guess. Improvement demonstration involving tape inputs and outputs will be ready. Due to the shortness of time, it may be that this demonstration should be put on tape and simply played on the spectators at the demonstration site and attach general structuring. The volume increase/attention to a particular sound demonstration could possibly also be taped for playback and above. Okay. All right, so obviously this letter is explaining that they're going in the field with this sound around a large area where people are outside enjoying themselves in the stage, and they're going to be playing this sound, probably subliminally, to the masses. I'll read it again if you don't believe me. It says, improvement demonstration involve taped inputs and outputs would be ready. Due to the shortness of time, it may be that this demonstration should be put on tape and simply played to the spectators at the demonstration site. See attachment. The volume increased attention to a particular sound demonstration could possibly also be taped for playback in and above. That's why 110 volts. A general discussion concerning the theory of vis-a-vis, the cover, vis-a-vis. The general discussion regarding anticipation or anticipatory tentative and can be deleted if you a system can be demonstrated if it is available. I would anticipate that this would require an evening occasion in Blank's laboratory. As we previously agreed, it is my understanding that you will carry out all necessary procedures for the 4 platforms above except installation, blank, which will be postponed until 2 to 3 weeks prior to the blankety blank demonstrations. Per attachment, the additional blank studies to be initiated here will hopefully produce an advance in the state of the art in time for incorporation into your demonstration platforms. If not, then the old style blank will be used. I will be in further communication with you and date accumulate. I am looking forward expectingly to successful demonstrations, and I'm sure that once done, we can then address ourselves to follow-on tasks of great interest. Very truly yours. Now, the general protocol for S/N improvement measuring system. 1, a taped calibrated input for both S and N at equivalent sound pressure levels. A taped calibrated output corrected for 10 to 12 dBs, PINA, and Metis gain. I don't think that's a Metis gain. I don't fucking know. But I can see it on my amplifier. It may be possible, blank, 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 to also have scope, blank, for photograph displays of the same data. It is important, I believe, to also have a standard mic listen to the same tape calibrated input with the same output displayed for comparison purposes. 2, the above should have a direct measure of S/N improvement for both the platform performance and conventional mic performance. This same technique, it seems to me, could be put to valuable use for quantitative calibrations. They about to goddamn fuck some people up, She-Doc. Whoever was living during that time, showing up to concerts or carnivals, whatever the fuck it is, ain't coming. Ain't about to fuck these folks up. All right, now, that's it. That's file 03803. 803. Okay, we're missing 4, so we'll go to 5. Report on electro sleep and electro anesthesia in Europe and the Soviet Union. Did y'all hear that? We are in now July 7th, 1965. Dear Blank, recently I supported a visit to Graz, Austria, and Moscow, USSR by Blank, who had been invited to attend several informal conferences on the matter of electro sleep and electro anesthesia. Subsequently, on his return, he spent the week of June 27th in my office reviewing his material and preparing a report on his visit and experiences. There was no aspect of his trip or his visits which were involved in any security classification, and therefore his final report is an unclassified one. Knowing of your past interest in this area of work, I am enclosing herewith a copy of Blank report, which you may retain for your own purposes. Kind personal regards, sincerely, none of your business. Now, report on electro sleep and electro amnesia. I'm fucking tired. Y'all know the word. Anesthesia. Historical. In Europe and the Soviet Union. I'm going to do this, and this should do it for us for the day. Here we go. I have been actively engaged in the field of electro anesthesia for approximately 3 years. This interest occurred academically at first because of my curiosity regarding animal work at which time I participated in the building of a unit for experimental purposes. Make it bigger. After an initial success, 4 individuals, including myself, formed a corporation, blank, 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 got the name of the corporation and the people names, to produce and market the instrument. It was my responsibility to introduce the apparatus of medical instruments and attempt to get research programs started. In this connection, I participated in original research as well as cooperated with practically all individuals in this country working with electroanesthesia. Our small corporation was bought out by a large organization in July 1964, and I joined it in the same capacity I had been fulfilling with blank. In February 1965, I severed connection with this company. As part of the introductory process, I have presented papers and seminars to various branches of the government, American Veterinarian Medical Association, the Atomic Energy Commission, medical schools, and the bioengineering section of IEEE blank, blank, blank. I also took part in the first bioengineering symposium held at blank, blank. I was one of the individuals responsible for organizing the first and second symposium for electroanesthesia held in blank and blank in Colorado and Tennessee, respectfully. At the blank, 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 where I presented a paper, I met with blank, a visitor from blank, who issued an invitation for me to come to a meeting to be held at Graz, Austria in May 1965. Further developments led to my visit to the Soviet Union and other European countries during this period. The purpose of my trip to Europe was to determine different methods being used to produce electrosleep and electroanesthesia and to evaluate the effectiveness of those methods. Of primary concern was securing information regarding methods presently in use in the Soviet Union. Basically, I was to inquire as to the use or possible effect of electronic techniques with hypnosis, sleep, narcosis, and electroshock therapy. This report will be in 2 sections, the first concerning electrosleep and the second, electroanesthesia. Part 1, electrosleep. I attended a conference organized by Dr. F. Wagender at the University of Graz, Austria, for the purpose of discussing electrosleep. It was assumed that the participation of a group from East Germany might lead to an invitation to visit their facility and gain more knowledge of what was going on in the Eastern countries. Professor Dr. M. Herbis of the Karl Marx University, Leipzig, East Germany, did attend, but was no help. He was not aware of the latest techniques in either the East or West and seemed to be present more in the capacity of an observer rather than a participant. Hoping to further my contacts, it was arranged to have Dr. Wagender, called Dr. M.G. Anav in Moscow, and inform him of my visit to Graz and the fact that I had been on the program, blankety blank, 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 hypnosis symposium in April. As hoped that Dr. Anav, I asked if it would be possible for me to visit with his group. After some trying moments, this was arranged and results will be covered herein. Dr. Wagner has a financial interest in AVL, a company that is producing his Electrodome, a sleep machine pattern after the Soviet Electroshon, actually incorporating the latest techniques presently in use but not yet adopted in the commercially available Soviet instrumentation. This unit uses a combination AC-DC current, The frequency of the square wave component varies from 30 to 250 EPS, maybe. The width may be varied from 0.2 to 1.4 millisecond. The current is adjustable from 0 to 5 milliamps. Now, there are now 3 sleep stations in operation in Austria. The one already mentioned in Graz, another operated by Teal Tezarek, PhD, MD in Vienna, and a third by Prime, Dr. Stefan in Hartberg. In addition, units have been purchased by Dr. Leonard Zahra, Conrad Klagenfurt, and Elkhorn Graf. According to the distributing firm, Jadelga Vienna, all orders have been received from almost every part of Europe. Units delivered outside Austria to date include those to Professor Bartishi Raskash in Bern, Switzerland, Dr. Hochmuth, Berlin, West Germany, and Dr. Natalia Krumovaska, Sofia, Bulgaria. I received information that sleep clinics have been set up in the following location with the Soviet apparatus or a homemade model. Here's a list. In Czechoslovakia, 10 stations. Bulgaria, 5 stations. Hungary, 5 stations. Iraq, 1 station. Soviet Union, 300 stations. Paris, France, Dr. A. Ligmog. Paris, France, Dr. A. de Journa. Alt Jensen, Germany, Wolfgang Resnach. Wolfsburg, Weschengren, Germany, Dr. Siegfried Koepsa. Zagreb, Bogovisiva. Prime, Dr. Arnold Rosenweck. All of these centers are under the direct supervision of medical doctors and trained medical technicians. The Graz Center has been in operation 2 years, utilizing 6 units, and is solidly booked until September. Dr. Wagner has presented very ambitious plans to the Austrian government for a new complex to house a large sleep center and research facility. And he claims they are looking favorably on the proposal. Then I say these motherfuckers interested in your goddamn sleep and shit. What the fuck? They done hacked into it. They hackers. And goddamn, these humans let these motherfuckers do any type of shit on these motherfuckers. I am pissed. Okay, I got 6 minutes. Let me go back to the Graz. The Graz Center has been in operation 2 years. Dr. Wagner was very ambitious plans of the Austrian government for a new complex to house a large sleep center. You already did that. Next one. I questioned Dr. Wagner as to where his patients come from and how they find their way to his clinic, operated in the medical school hospital. He replied that most of them are referred by other doctors from throughout Europe. He said others have come after reading stories in the newspapers and magazines. During the time I was present, his patients were from Austria, Denmark, Switzerland, Hungary, and Germany. Most were being treated for sleep disorders. What the fuck is a sleep disorder? She died. They just make up words and shit. What's wrong? You having trouble sleeping? That's a disorder. Come to my clinic. Man, I ain't got trouble with goddamn thing, motherfucker. You are not going to diagnose my ass. Conversations with Dr. S. Rothenberg, generally regarded as the father of electro sleep, and Dr. W.W. Banshetsakov of the Soviet Union Society of Neuropathologists pathologist, neuropathologist, neuropathologist, and psychiatrist brought out the following points. Here's what happened. First and foremost, the Soviets regard the term electrosleep as a misnomer. They do not expect nor particularly desire their subjects to sleep during treatment. They continually stress the fact that the electrosleep is a form of therapy and insisted it just coincidental that it will help those persons afflicted with problems related to sleep. The main reason being that those problems are generally related to the nervous system, and it is felt that the total nervous system is being treated with the instrument. In addition, it was made quite clear to me that a series of at least 20 consecutive treatments were necessary to achieve a true therapeutic effect. Dr. Teal Tesseract, Vienna, advanced the theory that the current acts as a stabilizer to the parasympathetic vasodepressive function, and it is not strong enough to go through the brain, but rather enters through the blood system, veins, arteries, and then spread throughout the system. Dr. Tesseract feels that insomnia is just a symptom of another disease, and that when you treat that disease with electrosleep, insomnia disappears also. He felt it had particularly advantage in giving relief to older patients afflicted with the symptoms of arteriosclerosis, headaches, and vertigo. He claims, as do the Soviets, that he can bring about a lowering of blood pressure, hypertensive individuals where the cause is not organic, and control it with the use of electrosleep without any form of drug being present. God damn. Boy. Damn, where am I? Without any type of drug being present, shit. He claims, as the Soviets do, that he can bring about a lowering of blood pressure in hypertensive individuals where the cause is not organic, and control it with the use of electrosleep without any form of drug treatment. Wasn't present. Dr. Rottenberg claims cures for Berger's disease with no reoccurrences for over 8 years. The example was also cited of a patient with an ulcer confirmed by X-ray who started taking electrosleep treatments for a nervous disorder. During the course of treatment, he happened to have another X-ray taken, and at which time it was noticed the ulcer had disappeared. This was reported by all workers using the treatment for a considerable length of time, i.e. Bangshansfa, Schuffer, Rockenbach, Wagner, and Tesseract. I questioned the Soviets about the use of conjunctive drug therapy, and all replied that unless the individual was in a hospital for treatment, there was no use made of conjunctive therapy. Drugs were never used in any of combination with electrosleep. All Soviets were firmly convinced that NASA, whoever the fuck NASA is, was using electrosleep on the astronauts in the Gemini series, that there was a good deal of work going on in the U.S., that we just were not talking about it, So the Soviets like, them fucking NASA bitches is using electrosleep on their goddamn astronauts. I explained to them that we knew it was being used in the Cosmos series, not the Gemini series, which they denied vehemently. After one day of talking, I think I finally convinced them, the Soviets, that I was telling the truth about our lack of use of electrosleep. At this point, they became rather incredulous, expressing the feeling that it was inconceivable to them that in a country as medically advanced as the U.S., we would not be making full use of a tool as successful as electrosleep. They stated that even though we might feel, oh my God, this is 17 pages. Fuck. They stated that even though we might feel the claims were exaggerated, or even if we felt they were outright lies, the fact remained that the treatment was harmless, and we should at least have investigated the procedure to find out for ourselves. When questioned as to use in their space program, Rottenberg said, "It hasn't been used yet because the capsule can't contain any sophisticated equipment, only that necessary for maintenance in space," end quote. He did say that all the cosmonauts were undergoing electrosleep routinely in their training program, and that its future use is anticipated. Presumably, it would be useful in 4 ways. 1, to establish new sleep work cycles. 2, use in space during extended travel where sheer fatigue is a problem. And 3, if something should go wrong in space, such as emotional disturbances, nervous disorders, etc., when recovering has been made, the period of treatment could begin immediately with quick results without any waiting period. And 4, is routine use, putting the men and women in a relaxed, receptive frame of mind. I gotta stop there. What I'll stop there, page 7. This son of a bitch was good. 1805. It's a long ass letter about this hypnosis and sleep and shit. Okay, boys and girls. Who is Albert? Experiment.org, baby. Talking about the veterinarian Sugar Pea. All right, y'all. Let me give y'all the man of the hour, man. I got to get up out of here. All right, I'm on page 17 of C.I.A. Declassified MK Ultra 1805 on page 7. I'm on page 7. All right. So I get back with you motherfuckers. In the new day, the man of the hour is up next. Y'all please have an awarding day. And y'all already know, man, you can find us in the AP, man. Y'all have an awarding day. It's down to Nicoleone, man. I am signing out. I'm fucking drained like a bitch, fatigued.